Hello, good evening, and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we're going to be playing Achtung, Cthulhu, the Burr of Last Resort. And tonight's stream will be mostly character building, but we'll get in a bit of briefing and prep for next week. And with me tonight are the following people. I will start with whoever's to underneath me. We'll go that way. Go on,
Is that
Nye.
me?
You tell people. Tell people about yourself.
Oh, hello. I'm Nye. I don't think I've played Achtung Cthulhu. So I played Call of Cthulhu. So I don't know.
Basically, we're going to be using the 7th edition rules for
Okay,
Call of Cthulhu,
interesting.
standard,
Yes.
but then Achtung Cthulhu setting, and also buff your characters, your investigators up a little bit with some
Yes.
pulp rules.
Yes, because the bad guys have guns, and if memory serves,
And there's
guns
a lot of them.
hurt. Hurt a lot.
There's a lot of them and not many of you. Next up, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. Happy to be here and diving into some World War II Cthulhu with everybody.
Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm also looking forward to getting into a bit of World War II wibbly action with everyone and hoping that we get a tank.
And finally, Aldun, although I believe the holding screen is still up because
It just popped
it.
off.
It's just popped for me.
Right. Okay, then. I'll be slightly behind. That's
fine. Hello. Yes, I'm Aldun. I don't think I've ever played Achtung Cthulhu before. Cthulhu was actually the first ever role-playing game I played.
Oh,
So
wow. Awesome.
This is nostalgic. If I make it through alive or with any sanity, I'll be surprised.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll try to be slightly kinder to you than last time.
But it's Cthulhu. You know, it's like the Hunger Games. We're not meant to make it out.
Yeah, true. Before we get into the crunch of it, I suppose I should add on behalf of Carl Black Games, if you enjoy watching us, please follow below. Or if you're watching this back on YouTube later, like and subscribe and comment. It's always appreciated. And don't forget to join us in Discord, where you can talk about Achtung Cthulhu and make bets on who will die first, most horrifically.
Oh. Just
So
end up making a killing betting on yourself.
Tonight's game is for the most part session 0, where we'll be building the investigators that will take on the horrible threat to Brooke and the world from next week. Currently, you're all gathered in what is pretty much a little classroom in a schoolhouse in Malta, in a place called Folsom House. And you've been gathered there for your morning briefing because you have been informed there's a mission coming up for you. Sorry. Colonel Graham, who is your commanding officer for your team, which has been called G Team, enters, and he steps out to the front of the classroom and says, morning, chaps. Sorry about the mess. After our previous base copped it, we're still moving things in here. So we'll get this show on the road quite quickly so you can get about your business. And from here on, we'll first run through who the people are in the room with you. Well, with him, which are you. So character creation in Achtung, Cthulhu is pretty much similar to character creation in 7th edition, but you also have the choice to have a regular army career. So you're a career soldier or conscripted in after the war starts, or you can just have your standard Call of Cthulhu style investigator who's a civilian or not actually army affiliated. Do any of you have ideas yet for what kind of character you'd like to play?
I'll go with career
Odin's
soldier, I think.
nodding his head. Odin, tell us about what you're hoping to get out of this.
Oh, okay. Oh, Roger was talking. I don't want to.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know where he
Go
is.
for it, Aldi.
But
I'm sorry, Roger. He seemed the most excited out of the two of you.
was nodding. That's that
Nodding.
excited?
Nodding excitedly.
Excitement tends to involve more arm waving, like one of those inflatable arm wavy people. Oh, desert. Love it. Yes. So I was thinking of putting a bit of a spin on the usual kind of Allied Commandos SOE and going Austrian, because I can do Austrian accent. And thinking of a character who was driven out of Austria in the Anschluss in 1938 when the delightful Nazi party took over Austria and started to drive out anything they
Delightful
deemed
might
to
be a strong word, but
yeah, well,
I think he was using it in the British ironic sense.
yes,
Yeah, I
very
know.
much so. Yes, I don't know what the Austrian ironic sense is like, so let's go with the bastard Nazis. And he then has sort of subsequently worked his way south, probably through, and this is where I'm not quite sure where it fits with civilian or military, through a series of resistance cells until such time as he's come into
Yeah, you
contact
can-
with.
you could still technically be either. It just really depends on what your specialization is. Like what is he good at? And that will probably feed
very
you
good
into how
at
you get
the
into
German.
these. Yeah, that helps.
So it's the High German, especially because from Austria, we learn the High German, and then we have the Austrian German, which obviously is the better German, but you know, so some of that, and maybe some subterfuge and deception and sabotage.
Yeah,
the soft skills of the resistance work.
There is a good, I mean, the resistance agent is also a good option. Might be a good fit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Roger, you had an idea already as well.
I did, but we'll see how the stats go as to which. I've got two. Depending on quite how well the stats roll, depends on quite which one I go to. But both involve a career in a long-term military career.
Yeah. Basically, the military career background in Achtung, Cthulhu assumes that you've been in the military for at least 4 years prior to the start of the Second World War. So you've had a bit of a career already, or a longer career if that's what you want to do with your character, and you have potential for promotions and things along the way. Yeah. Aaron?
So my guy is going to be an American because all of my other accents are terrible. But he is the son of a pair of American diplomats who've been stationed in Great Britain since the mid-30s. And then as the Nazi movement starts ramping up, he enlists in the British Army because of he can't stand this ideology, and he saw what the World War I had done to his father. So he's all about serving. Now, once again, like Roger, I've got some ideas, but we'll see what the stats actually shake out as to whether or not he ends up as a commando in the front lines or a medic. patching guys up. We'll have to see.
Or drummed out due to lack of physical fitness.
Yeah, exactly. Or he gets that F4
That's
rating and he's like, I'm
Just-
flat-footed and I have asthma, so I'm actually a news correspondent. Who knows?
And lastly, Nye, have you got any ideas yet?
No,
No.
I am completely blind. I'm just gonna let the thing say. I do want to play like I'm just gonna same as Aaron, I'm just gonna stick with my actual accent and voice and just go with being Scottish. But outside of that, I don't really have anything planned because I only vaguely remember how Call of Cthulhu works. So I'm also trying to just remember how.
We're all going to die,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
there's
it.
or go insane or both.
or both.
Yeah.
I can't not envision Audin's character now as the as one of the members of the Von Trapp family.
Well, as luck would have it, he
Well-
will be one of the members of the von Wagner family, which
Oh,
you
well, there we
may
go.
remember. So, there's continuity here, yeah? There is but one Garblag verse.
If people provide us with enough groats, we will get Odin to sing as.
Yodel. I will start practicing.
Right. So we'll kick things off by rolling your characteristics first, just to then you'll have a better sense of what you can potentially do. Standard Call of Cthulhu rolls are 3d6 times 5 for your strength, constitution, dexterity, appearance, power, and luck. And 2d6 plus 6 times 5 for size, intelligence, and education. What I was going to suggest is what Aaron was also talking about on the server earlier with us. One of the pulp rules is that you have a core characteristic which you roll. Is it 1d6 plus 13?
Yeah, 1d6
5?
plus 13 times 5.
So that's
It's a big number.
the thing you're very good at, or so yeah, you can pick a core characteristic that you want to build your character around and roll 1d6 plus 13 times 5 for that.
What would like driving and shooting be? Would that be dexterity?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So sorry, what was the thing?
What was
for
the
your
middle bit
primary?
again?
1d6 plus 13 times 5.
For the main stat.
Yeah.
For your core.
Yeah, that's for your core
Okay.
statistic, what you want to build the core of your stats. Well, the core of your character around. So that could be
Okay.
anything except maybe luck. Don't roll 1d6 plus 13 for luck though.
And in Foundry, it's /roll than what you want. Is that how you do it?
I believe so. I think
Not
the
sure that
problem is
probably-
you're
I
going
think
to
you've
have
gotta
to
do it
roll
separately.
1d6 plus 13 and then multiply that by 5 yourself.
If Foundry will recognize
Yeah,
parentheses,
I
it might
should-
work.
Shit,
Yeah,
natural
unless-
world
Yeah.
is a stat.
It should do. It's
Yeah, it didn't. Seem
I
to
mean,
work
it's
properly, so-
basically a bunch of code that they've put together, so
Yeah,
you'd hope
that
it
worked.
would be able
Yeah.
to do
Oh, okay.
some mathematics.
Need to remember how your operands work.
I don't know what stat I'm wanting to. What were the normal
Well-
ones? I'll just roll the normal ones and then I could.
Normal is for strength, constitution, power, appearance. Wait, let me go through that again. Strength, constitution, dexterity, appearance, power, and luck. You roll 3d6 times 5
Okay.
per stat.
3d6 times.
And I'd say just roll. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 rolls. Just roll all 6 of them, and then you can put them where you want them.
Is there a way to roll
'Cause I'm
them
kind, and
in
we're
one
making you a bit
setting?
buffer
In
than
one set.
That's what I was just wondering.
So could I roll 5?
there probably
3Ds?
is. People in chat who know Foundry better than us, feel free to.
It's got to be an easier one.
Veronique, if you provide 5,000 groats, I'll make Odin sing, or he'll have to roll for sanity.
I just looked at the chat.
Do you all
Now,
have
what
to roll
happened
for
to your
sanity?
hair? Oh God. Auden, that is the best thing you've ever said to me. You replaced Nye with an otter. Okay. All right. Okay.
I missed you.
Yes. I'm really glad that we're playing a game together again. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do this. Okay. Right. I'll just roll one. This will be for my strength.
That doesn't work.
Oh, I forgot to put the slash.
Well, like I said, if you want, you can roll them all, and then put them where you want them.
Is it /R or is it just slash?
/R, I think.
Okay.
Just to
roll
remind me
20.
of the mechanic, when we then roll while playing, we want to be rolling under the number that we've got for that.
Oh, thank you, Aaron.
So it's basic role playing system. So it's a percentile system. You're gonna want to roll
40?
underneath your stat. Anything under it is a success. Anything under half is a hard success, and anything under a fifth is an extreme success. And if you roll a 1, that's critical.
Oh, that's
but
another 40.
technically an extreme success.
Wow.
But it always succeeds.
Nice, gonna be squish. Oh, I got a 45.
I am going to be very squishy. So it's strength, constitution, dex, appearance.
Yeah, strength, constitution, dexterity, appearance, power, and luck. There you go. I've said it enough times to.
Oh, that's
memorize it
25 for my dex. Okay, I'm already working out what kind of character this is going to be.
I'd like to make size my dump stat.
Sure. But size is 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
Okay, that's
I know,
times
I'm
5.
joking.
I'm a slightly handsome,
you could
really
be-
slow and weak character.
Are we rolling them in order, or do we get to choose where they
No,
slot
well, that's
once
what
we
I
roll
said.
them?
You can choose. Yeah, just roll them all. And,
I'm only doing it like this, Auden, because I don't know the.
Because you might as well just plug them in as they fall. Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Whoa, I got a 30.
I do plan on, once I've rolled all of them, to like whichever one is highest to make that the speciality, because I think that might be a fun. So I'll replace that number with the speciality
1d6
roll. Yeah.
plus 13. Okay.
Well, that's a 60
There you go.
for power, is it? Strength,
Sorry,
con,
strength,
dex,
con,
keep doing that
appearance,
wrong.
power.
Yeah. Power is basically your willpower.
Oh,
It
okay.
affects your ability to use magic as well. And
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, I could use my
Oh,
really
dear.
trivial history knowledge because they
yes,
did
do that.
employ a magician in the North African campaign.
I too have seen that episode of Horrible Histories.
What's the 2d6 plus 6 one for?
2d6 plus 6 is for your size, your intelligence, and your education.
2d6.
I've got that
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yep.
Size,
Size, intelligence, and
Int.
education.
edu.
So it's pretty much everything that we didn't
Yeah.
fill in with the other ones. Okay.
Pretty much.
15 for size.
Mhm.
Don't know if that's good or
I
bad.
think your starting sanity is also your POW.
Oh, good.
I
Right, I'll make that my
recall
dump stat
So,
then.
Oh no, it's plus. It's 1d6 plus 6. No, plus 2. Wait, I've already forgotten. What was it? Wait, I can just read my own roll. I can read my own roll. Why am I asking these questions?
join us next week for another interesting
Wait,
game of
I did the wrong.
Our Black Games do mathematics.
Oh, I
I've
finally get a
already-
good roll. Oh, look at that.
Okay. 2d6 plus
Ooh, look at that. We're all turned out to be clever.
6. Okay. This is for my int. That's a
Yeah.
14.
It's times it by 5.
Oh,
It's not that bad.
okay. Well, wait, is my size meant to be times by 5 as well?
Yes.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're tiny.
Otherwise, yeah,
Like a
it's
tiny,
still a
tiny,
percentile
tiny
system.
man.
So if your
right, I'm gonna
size is
re-roll all these.
10, then yeah.
Oh,
What
fabulous.
size do you
Not
beyond
necessarily
just how big
like,
you are?
It's
Get
yeah,
hit
how big you
points
are,
and-
how broad you are potentially.
Healthy.
Yeah, it
So-
can be depending on how you want to just or how you see your character.
okay,
It could
36
be
for size.
a low size could mean you're still reasonably tall but quite frail, or
Bit
So
like
80 is you're in
willowy.
pretty good
I
condition.
like to say willowy rather than frail. Yeah.
So 80s,
But,
you're in pretty good condition.
That's
Yeah.
pretty buff. Yeah.
yeah, then you're either pretty big or pretty
Athletic.
yeah.
Are we doing the 1d6 plus 13 times 5 thing, or do we dump
Yes.
that? Or
So you can choose a core characteristic and replace. If you're going to use the 9
38.
technique, then you can replace your highest one with the 1d6
Or you could
plus
replace your
13 times
lowest.
5.
or I could replace
Yeah.
my lowest. Yeah.
Or you could do that, but I mean that seems a bit metagamey, doesn't it?
Oh,
Not that I'm
heaven
going to
forfend.
stop you, but
I did quite want my SAN to be
Oh.
really low to start with.
34 for
you
education.
can spend sanity to increase mythos in your
where-
skills once we get to that. So
Where's
I can see myself doing that.
where's luck on the sheet? Does it have like a-
luck is. Let me open up a sheet because
perhaps it's got a different thing. I see strength, con, size, dex,
Ooh,
appearance,
hang
int, power, education.
Mhm. Where is luck? There's a button that says recover luck points, but that doesn't really help.
Yeah, I
much,
don't
does
see
it?
luck on the sheet.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't see it. Very strange.
Maybe fill it in where it says archetype points or something like that for now. Just
And
to-
how do we determine luck?
Your luck is a 3d6 times 5 roll.
So this is very exciting for everyone at home.
Massively exciting.
Oh, I figured it out.
Oh, it suddenly
Don't
highlighted
worry.
red when I put them in
45.
there.
From next week onwards, it'll all be death and
Oh yeah, so we'll be
Explosions
going
and-
mad, and the running around, and the
Oh.
tentacled horrors,
yeah.
and driving off into the desert because we thought we saw something, and the singing. Don't forget the singing.
Yeah. Lots and lots of singing.
Oh yeah, lots of singing.
So
That's
once
how my
we've all
sanity will slowly
rolled our
erode.
Stats, should we tell
More
people?
yodeling. Yes, let's
When
tell
you're-
people.
We
that'd
should
be
tell all
When
the
you're in
viewers
a-
what our stats are.
When you're in a
Yes.
submarine, all you can hear is yodeling.
good. Yeah, under the water, everyone can hear you yodel.
How did they discover our U-boat? Oh, the yodeling. Yeah.
Yodeling.
Right. I'm going to start with Aaron and then Roger because yeah, they've been carefully filling their stats in whilst
What?
you.
What are you saying?
Well, some people have been yodeling.
yeah.
I was requested by the public. Thank you.
So my character's strength is 50. His constitution, that's his special stat, is 95. His size is 70. His dex is 70. His appearance is 25. So he's got some scars or he's got some other things going on because he is truly unattractive. His
Oh my
intelligence-
god, we need a makeover like right now.
He's going to be the unknown soldier. He's just going to wrap his face because it's so ugly to look at.
I can see why you want the desert fuck. Yeah.
Exactly. Just get out in the desert.
Mm.
Intelligence 85, power 55, education 75, and his luck was 60.
Not bad. So I think what was your strength? 50.
50.
You just don't qualify, do you, at the
No, I
moment?
don't qualify for
But-
much.
Well, you
I could
qualify
switch.
for basic.
Oh, are there requirements?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, there are requirements.
Oh, I haven't actually looked at those. I'm not sure where
I mean,
they are.
One thing I asked them to do.
I've been incredibly busy.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll run
I mean, I
through
could
it
switch my
anyway.
power and my
yeah,
strength, but they're both still pretty low.
That's why I said, I'll let you roll it and then slot it in
Yeah.
where you want it, because obviously there's requirements to certain careers.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Oh, I haven't actually looked at those.
I just
Yeah.
read the chat, and I like how Auden are being compared to National Lampoon's Guide.
Yeah. So presently, although it may be subject to switching around after
Yep.
finding that out, I have strength 55, constitution 60,
yeah,
size 80, dex 95, which was my special, appearance 50, intelligence 90, power 55, and education 65.
those are some pretty good stats as well. Nye, tell us.
Yes, I am
about-
very ready to divulge my stats, which are very good. I have a 40 in strength so far, a 40 in constitution, a 36 in size, a 25 in dexterity, a 50 in appearance,
No one give him grenades.
a 38 in intelligence, a 60 in power, and a 34 in education. And I haven't rolled my luck. I think that's what the 45 I rolled is. Yes, that's probably it.
Yeah.
So that's my luck.
Okay.
Is a 45. I'll write that in blank.
Which one's your core stat then?
I haven't decided yet. I want to go with either appearance or power. I kind of want to do appearance now, just to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or power.
Well, I suppose you could also hold off until you're
Yes,
picking an occupation.
I think I'm going to
and
do
then,
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Odin,
Hello. Yeah. So, Henry.
how's your exiled Austrian coming along?
Well, I don't like to say exiled. More, yeah, exiled is good actually. He's a noodly boy. So strength of 45, noodly hums. Constitution 55, size 55, so slim, wafy. Dexterity of 90, nimble with the fingers. Appearance of 60. Intelligence of 70, power of 45, because let's go crazy, and education of 65.
Okay.
I can't remember where my luck points came from.
50 strength is actually enough to get through
Yeah.
training, and it looks like just about any of the other major things. I'm going to leave it as is, and my power
Yeah.
5.
Well, it's just the Jeep Raiders you need strength 55 for.
E.
Which ones?
Yes, yes.
Traders.
SAS.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do
lunatics
it then.
trading around in jeeps with Vickers
5 and
keys.
50.
I think with my skills, I can be like, one of those what were they
Mascots.
called? Yeah, like one of the mascots. Yeah, that's actually exactly it.
You're the one with the map. You just tell
Yeah.
them where.
Hey, they're essential.
Hey,
Without
Very
them, the
important.
LRDG wouldn't get anywhere.
Well, with my
you go.
intelligence, I don't know if 38 is good. Maybe I'll just be like, we're definitely here, and it's like point in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Okay, that's a bit big.
So I think next bit is nationality, but I think we've all roughly got that down. Except Roger, had you chosen anything yet?
No,
I was
Yes.
thinking I
think
might be an Australian.
calculations may be off.
There were lots of Australians taking
Yeah.
part in the North African campaign.
Oh, have I done
think
the
it's
wrong
good to-
numbers?
Remind people that they were there by playing one.
Yeah.
They played a significant role.
What was what was in again? Sorry, apparently I think I've messed up the numbers.
Intelligence.
It's not messed up. It's just they are better than you think they can. You've done the fun with operands again. So you've done the 2d6 plus 6 times 5.
Yeah.
So it's
Without
done
parenthesis.
the 6 times 5 and then added
Yeah,
on the
and then-
2d6.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Which is how you've ended up with
2d6
34s and 38s. Everything should be a multiple of 5.
Oh.
So your stats are actually better than you currently think they are.
Bod maths is hard.
So,
I
so
always
now,
struggled with that.
now
in
Nye's
school.
going to end up actually having the
Yeah,
You'll
he's
be
gonna
the
be a lot
commando.
best character out of all of you, all 90s.
I would, however, just like to quickly add, I'm sorry to any Australians listening. I am trying to be respectful. I'm just terrible with accents.
Oh, do I have to reroll all my stats?
Well, I wouldn't. I would just take. You can unfold
Take what you rolled, multiply
No,
by
just
5.
yeah. You'll
and times it by 5. So
grab a calculator.
Okay, I'm getting my calculator.
Whilst Nye's doing that, we'll run through occupations for the rest. I think Odin, you're the only one who's intending on going into a civilian occupation. So shall we do that
if what we
first?
call resistance agent an occupation.
Well, you
Doesn't
probably
pay
did
very well,
something,
you know.
yeah, before you became a resistance agent. But
I think I was at university actually, and then the
okay.
Anschluss. So, yeah.
Well, that's another thing because that affects your stats as well. What ages are you?
I don't know. Sorry.
How
So
does-
I have
Yeah.
to what I have to do. The maths is confusing me.
So take whatever you actually rolled and then just multiply it by 5.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the 2d6 plus 6, that number was, and then multiply that total
Yeah.
by 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you click on any of the boxes where you've rolled, it will show you
You
what
should
you rolled
be
on
able to
the
see
2d6.
what you rolled, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Show me that. So
And
I
then you
rolled
do
a
that times
6.
5.
Okay.
So,
So
you did
it's-
6
So
plus
that would be
plus
a 6 plus a 6, yeah, times.
12.
I'm helping, honest. Times
Good
5,
job.
which is 60,
Um,
which is better than the 36 you thought it was.
Right. Okay.
So to give you an idea, anyone who's in the 20 to 39 years old range will make an improvement check for education. Anyone over that will start losing points in strength and constitution, dexterity and the like, but will get
That
more
is
in
ageist.
education.
But accurate. Ageist, but accurate. As an old man, I'll tell you that is accurate. I think my guy probably joined the British Army as soon as he came of age. So I think he's probably been in for 4 or 5 years. He's, let's say, 23.
Okay.
I have a 17 intelligence now.
There you go.
And a 15. I'm very
There's a
brainy.
lot more occupations opened up to you now.
Yeah. Wow. My brain just went boom. Wow. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I was thinking 24, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So quite young
Okay.
when
Mm.
the whole horribleness happened, and then 4 years has passed. So
Well, basically, anyone who's in that range saying, well, you can fill in your age however you want, but anyone in the 20 to 39 range, which I presume most of you are going to pick, you can roll an improvement on your education stat.
How does one do such thing?
yes,
Just roll it. And in this case,
what we
this is
roll.
one of the only times you want to roll over it.
Oh,
So we
okay.
roll-
So you want to
It's not
fail
gonna
the roll.
happen, but we'll
I
try.
fail. Oh no, I passed.
So if
In a
it's
way, is a fail.
Your
Oh, that's-
education is 65 and you rolled a 50, so you rolled under it, so you passed.
Yeah.
Which-
So
Which is
So you
I
don't
passed.
get
You'd
so
have
I failed
wanted a
to advance.
66 or more. Yeah.
So what age do you have to be to do the education role?
between 20 and 39.
Ah, okay. I
You're
am
always
between
going to
those
get an
ages.
education roll, well, except if you're 15 to 19, I think then you get.
Yeah, but I have a
But-
feeling that you
Yeah.
really shouldn't be in an active war zone at that
You
age.
probably
were
shouldn't
lots
be
of
part of
rating.
Oh, I know,
a
I know, Raj. It's just
19-year-olds, okay, but you probably shouldn't be part of a special forces
yeah,
Mythos
yeah.
busting squad.
No, you
if
could be
you're
in the
15.
scouts though. That's all right.
Oh no.
Sadly, I extremely succeeded my
You did,
education
There you
roll.
go.
So
extremely
Everyone's
succeeded.
succeeding their
Let's see if I
education.
fail.
what you want.
Okay,
Oh,
roll.
Aaron, did you roll your education or your
Oh, I
intelligence?
succeeded
You-
very well.
You passed quite well as well.
Oh
yeah.
no.
The
I
problem
think-
is the higher your
I
No,
think
I rolled my
15 will
intelligence
pass.
right.
more
Thanks.
difficult. It's
I rolled the wrong
basically the
stat,
way
so
with all the
good
stats.
call.
The more the better they are, the more
Still.
difficult it is to improve
Well,
them.
it was
Yeah,
it was a
makes
50,
sense.
so it was was it a 50-50 chance? No, that's not how dice work.
Wait,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
pretty- You
Oh,
had
okay.
you're rolling on 100 basically, and you had 50.
Someone give 9 animal to identify. Quick, come on. He needs
All
to
right,
feel
yeah.
competent.
No, that's fine. We'll just throw in a bunch of desert animals.
Yeah.
They also employed a
Well,
zoologist.
there'll probably be some desert rats around.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
they're a bit far back at the moment. They're coming back, but not for a bit. So with that out of the way, we'll go on to picking your occupations. Oh, another thing that we're going to do using the Pulp Cthulhu rules is double your hit points.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna go crazy before I
whatever your
die.
hit points are, you can double them.
What are my hit
how
points?
do you determine hit points and where are they?
Yes, thank you,
Oh.
Roger. That's exactly the question
It
that he's
should-
answering.
Yeah, it should fill it in, but your hit points are your constitution
Where are the
and
hit points?
size divided by 10.
Should fill it in where?
Where are the hit
I don't-
points on the
I
character
don't actually
sheet?
think it's on the character sheet.
No,
What kind of character sheet is this?
I think we just die. I think that's basically
Oh.
what happens.
No.
Let's have a look. What
Yeah,
we've
there's no
got
luck
on
either.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know where luck is. So,
Yeah.
where's this shambles?
Oh, this is
I
like starting all
cannot
over again.
believe we are reduced to this.
yeah.
There you
I've no
go.
idea.
I
It's
came
not
here to
better.
deliver a professional role-playing stream.
Don't worry. I'm changing them. and
That would
you'll
imply I was getting paid. An amateur role-playing stream.
What, you
I
don't
thought
get
we were
paid?
doing an amateur maths lesson.
We did that too.
Yeah, I have no idea where hit points are.
There you go. Now you should be able to find them.
No, still can't see
We-
them.
Where are
Where-
they supposed
where?
to be then?
Where would we see them then?
Close your
Oh,
character
close
sheets and
the
reopen
Oh.
them.
tabs.
Oh, I need to turn it off and on again.
Someone works in IT.
Where
Now
are
where
we?
am I
Call it
looking?
digital services now. Don't call it IT anymore.
So where are
I
hit
still
points
can't see
supposed
my
to be
hit
now?
points.
It says hit points under birthplace to the left of appearance.
Oh no, it
Not
doesn't.
for me.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
No.
Is it too smooshed? Is it like we can't see it because the box is covering it up? Maybe, I don't know.
You can
pull
resize the box.
I'm
Yeah.
closing Foundry and reopening it and hoping that works.
Oh, now see, it took me so long to get in here. I really don't want to do that.
Oh, there we go. I've got my birthplace sorted.
We could worry
You don't
about that
have
for next
to.
week.
If you look in the sheet, because I've selected the Achtung, the pulp rules anyway, it's doubled your hit
Hey,
points
yeah,
already,
I found them. Yeah, so when I found luck as well.
which is why, for instance, Aaron has 32 hit points.
I'm going to open Foundry again as well and see if that
Yeah.
works.
I
for
shall
me.
do the
I changed the
same.
sheet type. There were two different sheets, and the one that was open before was the default one that
Oh,
it had
okay.
in there, which I assumed would be fine, but apparently it wasn't.
Oh, boo.
Boo. There you go.
Ooh, wow, something changed. Okay, that's different.
So just double
It's-
them.
They're already doubled.
Oh, so 28 is correct.
Yeah,
Smashing.
because usually it would probably be something like 14.
Ah,
Well,
beautiful. Yes.
The 10 to 15 range is probably
Amateur
about
German
right for an
maths
investigate.
lesson.
God. I thought 56 sounded optimistic.
56, you could probably.
Ooh!
I think there are Mythos monsters that only have that many hit
Yep.
points. So.
You are your own tank.
Oh wow! Oh, the whole sheet has changed. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
there you
it has
go.
changed quite a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have
Much
20 hit
better.
points
I was
and
just...
60 sanity,
But you can
Ooh,
fill your luck in as
Oh,
well.
45 sand! Yes!
and I have 12 magic points.
Yep. But if
Wow.
you don't know magic, it doesn't matter.
Go you.
Ah,
It says
Unless you're
daily
attempting
sand loss.
to resist it.
I'm
I
not gonna
believe
worry
in you
about that
knowing
right
magic, Nye. You've got this.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
totally low magic. It's and casting magic in this game. That's no big deal. I mean,
I'm
you'll
sure
Yeah.
it's
go mad
completely
but
safe.
immediately. But,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing ever goes wrong if you cast magic in Call of Cthulhu.
Never.
Exactly.
Oh, what could possibly
I feel
happen?
like everyone's being sarcastic, but I can't tell.
Yes, we are absolutely being
Oh,
sarcastic.
okay.
You
You'll
will,
find
your
out,
mind
Nye.
will melt, or you will summon an eldritch horror, and we will all die.
Ah. Okay, and it's
0,
3D.
when I told you it was fine to cast Fireball at the Squid Wizard. That's basically
Right.
what happens.
Now
How do you roll?
we shall
luck?
take
Sorry.
the occupations.
What's the stat for luck? The
Oh,
dice
your
roll?
luck is 3d6 times 5.
Okay,
So
yeah, I have
that
it
was
written.
Oh.
probably your last
30.
roll. That was me.
I have 30 luck. There we go.
I haven't done that one either.
Okay, I'm all sorted now.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh, I forgot the thing.
Right. So who's going career military and who is going for something else?
I will
I
go
think I'll
career
Resistance
do
fighter
military.
is a covert.
Alton, that's a very high number you
covert
just rolled.
Occupation.
That's your if you're career military, that's the number of occupational skill points you start out with.
Ah.
It's no, I like to think of it as my strength, but that's completely inaccurate. I'm going career military. Yes.
Okay. We'll run through Aaron's career first, and then we'll go round to each of you in turn. If that's okay. So
Outrageous.
sorry, Roger. That's easy. I'm gonna pick you to do the recap or whatever.
Hey, I'm used to that from Pete.
Then you'll get to go first. Right. So what happens is you pick, if you're career military, you pick the service you want to be drafted into.
Army.
Yeah. Okay. And then after that, you go through basic training, which ends up with a physical fitness roll. So
That's a 1d100 minus your constitution, right?
yes. Yep.
You just end up picking Air Force, and it's like you're very lost. I don't have a plane. Why am I here?
It doesn't like because I think my answer is going to be less than 0 on that roll. So I'm just going to roll a 1d100 and then we'll just manually subtract the 95.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's Foundry's losing its mind. Okay, so I got an 85 minus 95, so I got a 1.
Critical success.
Oof.
You are top of class. You sail through the training course, winning the admiration of your instructors. Your constitution is raised to the minimum requirement of whatever military service or specialization you want to go to.
It already, that's why I put that as my high stat, because you
Yeah.
got to have a high constitution to get through
Yeah.
some of these military training. So it already exceeds.
But
all the
it's
limits.
already, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you then get is you go through boot camp, which is more basic training, and you get a skill advance based on your service. So in this case, you get 1 fighting brawling advance, which is D6. Each skill advance is a D6 per. So you can increase your fighting brawling by 1, your fieldcraft by 2d6.
Occupation, that was 3. Character sheet is not
functioning.
It's not liking that I put. Okay, no, okay, it went in. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So 2d6 for fieldcraft.
Oh, reverse that. 9.
Yeah.
Where is fieldcraft?
There's going to be, because that's 1920 sheet, there's going to be certain things that are specifically Achtung, Cthulhu that you'll have to add, but you should be able to add skills. If you go to, I think, if you click unlock, there's a little unlock box on the right hand side. All right, that's the one. And then there's a button, add skill.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
And then 1d6 for first aid, firearms, rifle, shotgun, and tactics.
Fieldcraft, and that was 9. What's the base for fieldcraft? Do you know off the top of your head?
Not straight away, but I can look it up.
So I got a 3 on first aid, an improvement of 9 on fieldcraft, and an improvement of 3 on brawl at the moment. Now I'm going to roll firearms.
Yes. Fieldcraft is 5% standard.
I don't think I can actually change the base on fieldcraft, but
wow, you can just add the 5
yep.
to your 9. Yeah.
That makes sense. 2 on firearms.
Yeah. Firearms,
Shotgun.
rifle, shotgun. And then a 1 on tactics, which probably also isn't in there.
Did it again. Fine. Okay, 6 on tactics, and I will add that in.
Very nice. So once you've completed basic training.
What's the base on tactics? I see where you added in now.
Oh, the base on tactics is 1%.
Okay.
You understand that tactics exist.
They exist.
You've heard of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish. Craft edit. And you said the base for Fieldcraft was 5, right?
Yes. Yep.
And firearm shotgun rifle is 1 skill. I think tactics 6. All right, that's basic training sorted. So
Okay.
basic training, my soldier ended up after basic training with a field craft of 14, a fighting brawl of 28, a firearms shotgun rifle of 27, a first aid of 33, and a tactics of 7.
There you go.
Can't even get out of the Boy Scouts with that, but okay.
You're on your way though.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be given your initial rank in your rank training based on whether you pass the requirements for certain things. So private rank doesn't require anything. NCO would be in intelligence of 55 plus, and an officer rank would be in intelligence of 55 plus and an education of 60 plus.
I can actually make officer.
Do you want to go in on as an officer?
I don't think so, though. I think NCO was where my guy would be. He's
And
just
start out as a sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you can roll a skill advance for the NCO packet, a command of 1, military doctrine 1, tactics 1, so you're getting better, and teach 1.
reversing that.
Just that awkward moment where it's like, okay, so for tactics training, go to the place, shoot the people. Sir, is there anything more you need to teach
There
us?
we go.
No, shut up.
2. All right.
Wait,
2
I've
for
got a
command.
pamphlet here. Let me read it out to you.
It
So
says
add in
the enemy are
command.
bad. Shoot them.
What's the base for command? What's the base skill for command?
I'm
Minus
just-
Oh, sorry.
just looking it up. 5. I should really just remember the page. There you go. 87.
And I got a 2 on that, so that takes that up to a whopping 7. So moving on to military doctrine, add that in. And the base on military doctrine.
Military doctrine is also 5%.
Oh, we're on the military doctrine.
Mhm.
Page there. So it's not pretty, but he's got a 9 in military doctrine. And moving on to tactics, which
I was going to
we
say,
already
well, he
have,
knows
so-
what he's doing, but a 9 is probably he
Yeah,
doesn't
it's doesn't know
he
it
knows
that
that
well.
doctrine exists.
Tactics go up by a whopping 1.
As a good NCO, he's heard of the existence of military doctrine, but will just use whatever works.
I know that it in theory
In it.
exists, but and we'll add in teach. So what's the base for teach?
Teach 10%.
And a 1 on that too. So he's clearly not the best teacher out there yet of military tactics and doctrine, probably because he doesn't know it himself, but All right, that's got my initial NCO training done.
Okay. Now you can choose your occupation within the service. So for
Do you
Sorry,
want to go
just-
straight to occupation, or do you want to see if I get any promotions first?
I think you have to go through occupation first, and then you get
Okay.
promoted within your, let's see, so initial rank.
There are many
That's
things
just your
you-
training. Then you have your military occupation training packages, and then after
Elected.
that you optionally get promoted.
There are many things you shouldn't bring to a war zone, and small infant children are definitely up there in that category.
That depends. He's cunning and vicious.
Oh yeah, like bullets are whizzing overhead, you just shout over, "I've just put him to bed!"
And everyone quietens down.
Oh yeah, no,
Immediately.
totally.
Can you please keep it down?
fine.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
Entschuldigung. And then they just all,
So
no.
I think I'm going to go for a Phantom in the SAS if I can
Okay.
pass my commando and parachute training.
Yep.
Now I haven't
do you-
I haven't assigned my occupational skill points yet, so I'll
No.
definitely have over 60 in language, because that's what I'm going to put a bulk of it into. So
Okay.
um,
Let me just go back. Oh. To Phantom. And I'll actually also need the other book for that then.
on page 81 of the PDF is where Phantom is.
Yeah, but as a Phantom, you're also attached to an SAS or a commando unit.
Yep.
So you have to
Pass the commando training.
commando training and parachute training. Okay. Yep.
All right, so commando training. Investigator must succeed at a constitution roll.
Somebody
have
suggested
you
explosives.
have you got
I think it should be you.
drive? Oh yeah, you've gone with language as your skill. Then. Basic training, army, you've passed. And yeah, commando training and parachute training. Okay. So for commando training, course length 6 weeks, you have to succeed at constitution roll, and you get 1 re-roll.
Let's give it a shot.
There you go. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, made it.
There you go. You passed. In that case, you get climb 2, fighting brawling 2, demolitions 5, fieldcraft 2, firearms handgun 1, firearms heavy weapons machine gun 2.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
If you
there.
want, I can just try to pass the parachute, and then I can roll these.
We'll go
while
through
you
your
move on.
training, see if you make it to Phantom, run through that as well, and then we'll leave you there for a bit and do.
I love it.
The rest while you fill that all in.
Yeah. All right. So parachute training is a dex roll.
Yep. That's a lot easier. You just get jump 5 and parachute 5.
Yeah, that'll be a quick one. But
There you
I
go.
passed my parachuting roll.
Yeah, you did a good job on that one. It was a hard success.
So yeah, that's.
You make it into Phantom as an NCO, and yeah, you can further specialize as an antenna erector, driver, or radio operator. You get a bunch of skills that you can put those, what was it, 270?
290.
290 skills that you rolled towards cryptography, firearms, rifle, shotgun, military doctrine, tactics, and so forth. And then you get a bonus wireless ear. The Phantom radio operator can differentiate wireless traffic from different enemy units simply by listening to it. So you get 10% extra to radio operator or listen skill, whichever is the highest whenever you're attempting to listen into a wireless.
I think, yeah, they're bringing tanks, which using my tactics means they're probably going to shoot at us with them.
Or they might just squish us if they want to save on ammunition.
Pretty much.
Waste of fuel, though.
Right. Then
Doing
we'll
donuts.
go to,
What are you doing?
we'll go to Roger next, as he's been sitting there so patiently and waiting. Oh,
He has. He's been very good.
I just need to grab something because my tiny infant has decided he wants to projectile vomit at the Germans.
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, you can see where he's
Yeah.
coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dastardly Bosch, take this. Bleh.
And I thought he wouldn't be useful in the combat zone. It's me knocking stuff over as well. There you go. So, Roger, career military as well?
Yes, so I need to roll for basic training, I guess.
Yes. So you need to choose your service first.
Army.
Yeah. And then you roll your physical fitness, which is constitution. Well, a roll minus your constitution.
Okay, so I rolled a 27. My constitution is 60, so minus 33.
Yeah. So you did. That'll be another critical success. Yeah. Oh no, it's not technically a critical success, but we'll count it as one because I did for Aaron as well. You have to literally roll a 0-1. Right. You can also raise your constitution to the minimum required for whatever service you want to go into.
I think the minimum for army is 55, so my constitution's already higher.
Yeah, but that's based on your specialization as well. So if you're going, I want to go into the SAS, for instance, then your minimum con will have to be 65, but you can raise it to that for free.
If you wanted to go into field kitchen, then you've got to be very good at cooking. Well, I mean, competent enough.
The peeling of the potatoes.
Yeah.
I can't do it with my decks. I just cut my fingers off.
Yeah.
That's why we don't let you in the kitchen anymore.
My great granddad was a chef in the desert campaign in.
Oh wow! Really awesome.
So there you go.
Yeah.
What did you know?
That's
my
amazing
concept. Okay, cool. So,
right. So same again.
get some skills.
You get army skills, which is fighting, brawling 1d6, fieldcraft 2d6, first aid 1d6, firearms, rifle, shotgun 1d6, and tactics 1d6.
So it's fieldcraft and tactics are the two that don't exist, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the two
So
you have to add.
Fieldcraft was, what was the base there? 5?
5. And tactics was 1, I think. Oh. Beowulf, I think Roger's original character idea was 2 vicars rather than a Bren gun. So, well, I think he's just going to
Vickers case strapped together.
Yeah.
We'll just have a universal carrier, This is your vehicle of war, gentlemen. It's a bit on the small side. Well,
yeah, but it carries universally. What more?
Exactly, yeah. It's got a brain gun on it. Just come on. You go up against the Italian tank. Yeah.
There you go.
If you go up against an Italian tank, you'll be fine. Like an L3 or something.
That has a lot to do with Italian tanks, but I won't go into that now. So after you've rolled those in a minute, then you're going to select your initial rank.
Your wee one just makes a noise every time we get something historically wrong. Like, of course, yes, they were.
Oh, it's going to be a noisy baby.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
Or I'm just
that's what
spending
I've
a
trained
lot
him
of
for.
time on Wikipedia before I say anything.
Just permanently have Wikipedia open.
Yeah.
Right.
My tactics are now a mighty 2.
2 or 3.
Woo!
Ooh,
We
With a
all
2 or
tactics
know
of 2, I think I should be
encyclopedias
an
of the
officer.
Second World War.
absolutely what we're doing. I can't even have a hovercraft because they weren't invented yet. Oh, damn.
Well,
They did have
that implies that
helicopters.
you have not met the Nachtwolf yet.
Perhaps. Or maybe I have
Probably a good
stolen one
thing.
on my journey southwards, and this is how I got to Malta. Huh?
Oh,
Okie
So have you
dokie,
got
right.
that down?
I have that all down.
Okay, then you can choose what initial rank you want to go into based on if you meet the requirements. So private is none, NCO is intelligence of 55 plus, and officer is intelligence of 55 plus, and education of 60 plus.
Okay, well, I meet the requirements for all of them.
Yeah, so you can choose.
With my tactics of 2, I think it's only just that I become an officer.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I
Okay.
think we should advance rearwards.
So you're gonna start off as rank second lieutenant, when all American there.
Second lieutenant.
Yeah. And you get command 2 d6 roll, credit rating 1 d6 roll.
I've completely lost on the rulebook on the thing where it is.
Yeah, you've got to pay those mess bills after all, you know.
What page is that on?
Command
there,
is what page is page 68.
how then should we both have civilian
69,
or like
69.
non-military occupation?
Yeah, I really think we should.
Just the pair of us, like, hello. We don't really know how
Hi.
this military stuff
What?
works.
Well, that's right. Neither do they.
Oh,
So,
thank goodness. Yeah.
Don't worry, their tactics will likely go up quite a bit.
you say that now.
I hope that mainly.
Oh, command's not on there. That's a new one. What's the base for command?
I think base for command was 5. Yep, 5%.
Smashing.
Boop, boop.
You rolled a D26 and still got 5.
Oh, I would have 5.
Getting into the officer spirit already.
It's all right. I rolled 2d6 and scored very slightly better. I got a 6.
But to be honest, scoring a 5 on a 26 roll. That's yeah. So military doctrine is 1 as well. Oh yeah, your
So
tactics
is that
1
a new
and
one?
firearms.
Military doctrine?
Military doctrine will be a new one as well, and its base is 5% as well.
So I'll just put that in as a mighty 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one for tactics.
Yep.
Oh, I had 5. That makes it slightly less embarrassing, given it was 2. Now it's a mighty 7. You can tell I'm an officer.
Yeah.
Firearms, handguns.
And your occupational skill points, because I don't think you've rolled those yet, have you?
No. And
Is your
credit
education
rating,
times
apparently.
yeah, your education times 2 plus either your strength or dexterity times 2, whichever's better.
Where do I put my credit rating on?
That should be on there. It might not be. Well, no, it should be under the credit rating. It's under command.
Oh, it's just on the skills, is it?
Yeah.
And is that a D6 or is it just one?
That's a D6 as well.
Excellent. So, sorry, occupational skill points.
Is your education times 2 plus your strength or dexterity times 2.
So,
Just imagining it.
30.
It's like, you roll bad on things like tactics and stuff. So when you see the words Panzer and then like, oh, it's a Panzer. Oh no, it's just a Panzer 1. Wait, there's a V after it. What does that mean? Is that good or bad?
Okay, I'm
Is that
assuming I
bad?
don't-
You're making a face like it's bad.
That's probably also if you have a low language skill.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, you don't know-
panther. It's a
Okay.
cat. It's
Well,
like a
I'll-
large cat.
I'll
Yeah.
spend those skill points later because 320 might take me.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, that's
The
well,
bumblebee doesn't sound so scary.
you'll-
Oh my god!
once you choose your actual service that you go into, then you'll get a list of skills you can spend them on.
How did you
Um,
laugh? They did call
okay.
one of their
So,
So you've-
support artillery, mobile artillery, the
bumblebee.
bumblebee. Yeah, but well, yeah.
Got your initial rank now. Now you can choose your specialist occupation within the service. So
okie dokie.
that's basically I think back on page 53 there's a list of military occupations. You can pick one. Or roll for it.
Oh, yeah, the Humo. It's the bumblebee. Double checking.
Yep.
Top zoological fact. No. Good to have you back.
Yeah. Well, the British tried to make pigeon bombs.
True.
Yeah. Because they needed a targeting system, and pigeons are very good at looking at things. So
Okay,
they
with the
just thought,
commandos.
They would tap on the screen,
Commandos.
wouldn't they?
yeah,
Going
yeah,
down
to
towards
move.
ships.
Then
Yeah.
for the commandos, you also have to pass the commando training packet, which is the same thing that Aaron also just did. And let me just get up there.
Oh, that's
Commando training packet is succeeding at constitution roll.
Lewis.
Just succeeding at the
Oh,
roll.
sorry.
Yes, no.
Oh, don't
Oh
I
no, it's
aut-
fine. We'll.
Oh.
Sorry.
Don't I automatically get my constitution to the minimum, which makes it
Yeah, your
That's all right then.
constitution will be at the minimum to succeed. Well, to be able to become a commando, but you also have to pass the commando training packet. So your constitution will have to be a minimum of
so
65.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a question in chat.
Oh no,
Is
I
that
fluffed it.
Yes.
So I'm not
you
the
get
commando.
one re-roll.
Oh, do I?
That's a long question.
Someone who's never played or watched Cthulhu
I
game.
pass.
Yeah.
We're all going to die.
Yes. So what is the ratio? Is this a World War II game with elements of the Cthulhu mythos, or is this a Cthulhu mythos game with elements of World War II?
Yes.
It's basically a Cthulhu mythos game, much like Call of Cthulhu, but with
Within the
but
trappings
set
of
within World
set
War II.
in
Okay.
World War II. and there's a few weird war elements to it, like the Black Sun and the Nachtwolfe and things like that are a bit more esoteric and yeah. But eldritch horrors are also plentiful and the focus.
Yeah,
and going mad.
Oh, definitely that.
That outdid that background is wonderful.
Thank you, internet.
Okay, I've succeeded as commando training.
So you succeeded at that. You can also choose to go with an additional training package like parachute training or winter and mountain warfare, or both.
Winter warfare sounds incredibly useful in the desert.
It also has mountain warfare.
I am very lost.
And don't worry, I'll find snow.
It's
It
all
gets
round
quite
difficult
cold
terrain warfare.
at night.
So I suppose.
Doesn't that
Yeah.
count?
Yeah, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a desert
Actually,
warfare one.
Come to think of it, mountains would also be not the most advantageous, would it, for North Africa?
To be honest, though, you
Mountains.
in your commando training, you can already select survival desert.
Oh, well, there we go.
So if you look at the commando training package on page 85, Roger, you can see all of your extra skill rolls on there.
Oh.
Plus, then on page 83, you also get to spend those, what was it, 300 skill points?
320.
320 on all of the listed skills under skills.
So do I get a choice
climb,
of the commando ones, or parachute training, or winter warfare?
You've completed commando training. You can choose to do both of the other training types, parachute training and winter and mountain warfare.
Yeah, why not? Can I, if I can do them all, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, you can try.
I will certainly give it a go.
Winter and mountain warfare training is a constitution. The investigator must succeed at Constitution ×5 roll. That doesn't seem right. Oh, right. Yeah. You'll have to succeed at a hard or extreme Constitution roll, I think is what they're getting at there.
I don't know how that works.
Did you? Well, if you click your Constitution skill, it should roll it for you, and then we'll see.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
There you go. You passed with flying exemplary colors.
Excellent. And can I have a crack at parachute training as well?
Yeah, and that's a dexterity roll.
See, now Roger's character will have parachute training.
I
The rest of
passed
us
that
will
one.
not.
You passed that as well. So you also went through winter and mountain warfare training and parachute training, so you can add those skill rolls to your skill set, and then you can run through with the 300 points. You can run through the skills under Raider on page 83. So
right.
Yeah.
If you leave me with that, I guess.
Yeah, I will do.
I will then.
You can also then choose one bonus for a commando: silent kill or quick draw.
They
And
both sound pretty cool.
yeah. Now we'll go over to Nye, because you're next to me that way.
Okay, no bother. Right. I have no idea what I want to. I've done neo noir. Well, it's noir now. I just realized what neo means. I opted against.
Wow. So next week we'll just all have it set up like that.
Yeah, where it's all black and white. We got to talk really fast as well. Right. I think I like. While it was slightly jokey, I think I do like having a civilian occupation.
That's
Would
not a
that
problem.
be? Yep, that would work. Okay.
Well,
How do I?
You can either have a full-on civilian occupation. You can have a civilian occupation that is also a covert occupation, so that you're actually working for military intelligence in the capacity
Right.
of your
Okay.
civilian speciality. Or you can also have a civilian occupation and then get drafted.
Yes. I actually think drafting would be interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm not a career
Okay.
soldier, but
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go for that. It's a bit different.
Okay.
So did I do the civilian occupation first?
Yeah. Basically, yeah, you have to choose what your actual original occupation is.
And where can I find the occupations? Which book
they're
is it?
on page 59, or you can choose the ones from the Call of Cthulhu core book as well.
It's okay. I'll have a look. I've got Achtung, Cthulhu open. Achtung. Okay. 59. Okay. So I'm just having a look now. So I could go. There's Boffin. I think there's one before Boffin, but I can't make out what it would have been. So there's Boffin. There is labourer, news correspondent, secretary, nurse, spiritualist, partisan.
Yeah.
OSS.
Didn't you want to
SE.
go? You could go with spiritualist if you're still set on your magician.
I don't know. I think partisan actually is kind of interesting because I'm just reading the description. Interesting. Yeah, because it basically talking about if you fought in the Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could be a communist because that won't go wrong. Hello, British. I am a communist. Or an anarchist, which would just be worse. I don't know. Spiritualist, partisan, boffin. Just having a wee look.
Go with
we can do Abdun,
partisan, though. Yeah, it'll be a covert occupation, so you'll already be in a sort of military capacity.
Okay. It's fine. Like I can pick spiritualist if that works better. I don't mind either way.
Oh no, it's all the same. I'm just saying, basically, you won't get drafted after that because the partisan is already fighting. Not
right. Okay.
Attached to the regular military.
Gotcha.
So I assume, like in this case, partisans, they're implying people, like French resistance and local resistance groups, things like that. The Yugoslavian.
I'll go spiritualist then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's good too. So we'll go to your spiritualist. Oh yeah. First, you'll also have to actually, thinking about it, you'll have to roll your occupational skills as well.
Okay. What do I? Oh, so is that education times 2?
That is. Trying to.
Education times 4 for spiritual.
Yeah, because it's determined per occupational skill points, education times 4. Spiritualist is on page 64 and 65.
Yes, it's a little bit hard to read it because of the way it's set up, because I can see the first bit on 64 and then like it goes earnings and it disappears, and I presume
it's on the next page. It's the left hand side of the next page.
Right.
Above intelligence and espionage occupations.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I'll just roll education times 4, and then we can go from there.
Yes.
I shall just do what you guys say. You're gonna you understand what this is doing better than me.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So R slash. Oh, I'm not on the thing. What am I rolling? Oh, am I just rolling my education?
Education times 4. Yeah.
So 50,
And then yeah, whatever your education
50
is.
times 4.
Yes.
Okay.
That's 200.
Yep. And then those skills you'll be able to spend in the list of skills that it says beneath occupational skill points. So disguise, fast talk, history, language, and so forth.
Okay. I'll have to open the sheet again.
As
Oh no.
as you
Screens
haven't
for
played
9.
much Call of Cthulhu, I would advise picking a few of them and putting a lot of points in it, and then not spreading it out in low amounts over a bunch of things, because otherwise you'll just not be very good at anything.
That
Just
makes
can't
sense.
do
Okay.
anything.
Yeah.
I won't be going
20% chance of succeeding at everything, but
I'm gonna go with the thing I made about the weird, well, not weird, the specialist they brought in the North African campaign. So I'm gonna go for fast talk, sleight of hand. I don't know. I'm trying to think I kind of want to legitimately be like not a magician, but like that kind of like no military.
Well,
experience. So like not taking
could put
firearms or whatever.
points into a cult as well.
Oh, that's true, because I get to pick
And then
plus up to 2
you
other
have
professional or
the
personal interests.
ability to spend your starting sanity a bit beforehand to increase your mythos.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, I'll take fast talk, sleight of hand,
Okay.
stealth, and then occult. Would that be enough for skill wise?
I think you can pump up some. Yeah, well, start off with that and see how you feel. You don't have to raise them to 90 each, which would be impossible. But you also get 2 bonus skills. Well, not skills, but talents. Inner strength, you get an additional 5 power. And strong of faith, depending on the spiritualist's training and personal belief, you're immune to sanity losses caused by witnessing relatively mundane paranormal events. For example, ghosts. Okay, then.
I see ghosts all the time. It's fine.
Ghosts.
Okay.
Nothing.
So
I see dead people.
So I presume the points are boosted by the percentage. So if I put 1 point in, it's 1%.
Yeah, that's 1%. Okay. So yeah. Whilst you're doing that night, I'll pop over to Odin, and then after we've done that, then we'll see if you want to be drafted and do your military career part.
Oh yeah. Hi.
Right.
How's it going?
Pretty okay, I think.
Okay, good. That's good.
Everyone seems to be happily rolling away. So
yes, rolling.
Right.
All good fun.
So I take it you're also going to go with a civilian occupation?
Yes, I would like to be a resistance agent, please, Lewis.
Okay. Resistance agent. Let me get to the page.
I just have to make very sure I do not slip into the French accent.
So yeah, your earnings are going to be low, but we'll get to that in a bit.
I have none of the money.
Occupational skill points are your education ×2 plus your appearance or dexterity ×2.
Yeah, so this is nice. I think probably my dexterity is considerably higher than the other one, so that one.
That makes it easy.
Yeah. I just can't do the math. But yes.
Yeah.
Please hold.
That's fine.
I can do that bit. I can't do the other bit. Did you say?
Education ×2 and appearance or dexterity ×2.
Thought I could use Foundry
Yeah,
as a quick calculator, but no.
Foundry would be able to do
310. Well, it can, but it just won't.
It just didn't. Yeah, it was too busy doing background maths.
Yeah, not being useful. Yep. Okay, so I have 310 points to spend as I see fit.
There you go. On the various skills that are mentioned under resistance agent, there's some fun ones in there.
What does specializations mean?
Specializations is it's more of a description of what you're.
Okay, so it doesn't have any.
So
particular...
career radio operator. So not that I've seen, because I read it through and I noticed that it says specializations everywhere, but I haven't really seen.
It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's just I think a sort of background idea of. I mean,
character
it also
concept.
has connections, criminals, local people, partisans, SOE
Local
controllers,
people.
but those are all sort of things you could guess if you choose a resistance agent as your background. You also get inner strength, so +5 to your power, and strong stomach. You're immune to the sanity loss caused by witnessing serious injury or death.
Oh, there we go. So I don't mind if you all die.
Yeah. I will watch without
This
losing
will not
any
be the
sanity.
way that I lose my mind.
That
So many
looks
other
painful.
ways, but not the war. Is that meant to be on that way around? No, I don't think so.
There you go.
Okay.
Whilst you're doing that, then I'll skip back to Nye, who has hopefully not finished up.
Question.
Okay. Yes.
I haven't been able to find the base skills for demolitions, heavy weapons, or submachine gun.
I will have a look.
They don't seem to be in the.
I think they're
Achtung
in the
Cthulhu book.
core book, to be honest, because they're all technically core skills. And I'm pretty sure they all start reasonably low, except submachine guns probably all right. Skill list. So what were you looking for? Demolitions?
Demolitions first.
1%. Firearms.
Submachine gun.
Yeah, it says firearms vary. Firearm submachine gun 15.
Okay. And heavy weapons, machine gun.
Heavy weapons 10. Right, see if it's changed any for machine gun. Machine gun 10. Yeah, that's 10. Yeah, that was in the core.
That's
rules.
cool. I think I found the rest scrolling through.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Whilst your companions are
I have a
working.
question.
Yes.
So we're choosing from the skills based on our occupation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to get some personal.
And if
skills as well.
those skills aren't on the sheet, how do
You
we
can add them. On the right-hand side of your character sheet above the skills, there's a little lock. If you click that
padlocky thing.
open,
Yes.
then you should be able to see on the left-hand side above your skills, add skill.
Oh yeah. There we go. Thank you.
Don't worry, I learnt that just now. What you
Okay.
also get,
Like skinny Austrian's going to be good at demolitions.
yeah,
So we know.
if I pop back to Aaron, because he's probably the one furthest with filling in his skills. Yes. Yeah. Then you can also fill in your personal skills.
Already done.
Ah, okay. Intelligence
Yep.
times
Intelligence times 2.
Yeah. Okay then. And that's the same for all of you. And they
Sorry,
can
what
be
was
put into
What?
anything basically because they're the things you're interested in as a character.
Oh, okay.
So they're things that you've learned at some point.
So the skills. Sorry, it's a very quick question. So the skills I can spend my 320 on are the ones in Commando.
Yeah, they're the occupational skills in Commando. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
How many do you get for personal intelligence?
Intelligence times 2. Yeah.
Okay. What I did was I just basically did 40 and enough skills to reach my 200 for occupation points. So I have 40 in charm, 40 in fast talk, 40 in occult, 40 in sleight of hand, and 40 in stealth.
Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But in Achtung Cthulhu, they don't actually use the stealth skill, right? That's fieldcraft rolls stealth and all of that into that.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it depends because non-military occupations use stealth because they obviously have
I just hide
learned
behind a bush.
fieldcraft.
So if I want to be sneaky, do I need to take fieldcraft?
Yes.
Yeah, military characters only. Fieldcraft skill replaces conceal, hide, and sneak from military characters.
Thank you very much.
That's it's a better skill because you can use it for a lot more.
Makes sense.
But it's only accessible if you have a military background. So Nye.
Yes, I have
Now that you've done that,
40 personal points because I have 70, so times 2. I kind of
intention to be drafted into the military, or are you just working as a sort of consultant?
I don't know. I kind of like
background as a spiritualist.
I kind of like the idea that I. So this is my character idea so far. I kind of like the idea that my guy was a bit dodgy to begin with. So like he didn't actually believe in the spiritual aspects. He was kind of a con artist. And then one day he gets like hired, like, we need you to solve spiritual crimes. Wait, whoa, no. That's for your country. No, this looks like ancient Sumerian. Yeah, works.
That can actually work into after this, you're gonna roll certain parts of your background or choose things that are part of your background. And there's also a bit which is how you ended up in section M, what is your prior link to the mythos. And it can be something from your past, it could be something that happened since you were drafted or since you became a section M agent. So you can work that into your background.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Right, what am I gonna pick?
Aaron, shall we promote you?
Let's do it.
Before I forget. There you go. So now that you've completed your military training and been assigned to your unit and begun your career, you can roll on the rank table, which is your intelligence and power together divided by 2, rounding down, and then you compare that to a percentile dice roll.
Roll intelligence plus power. 135 divided by 2. And I did not do that right.
So you can just do a D100 roll against that 35, basically.
So it's I'm rolling against 67. So I was trying to figure out what I was rolling against. And I messed it up again.
Is there
What you
any?
Got
Oh,
it.
sorry.
What you rolling against
59.
Yeah, you succeeded. So you've been recognized during the completion of your duty and promoted, which means that the skill advances for NCO you get again.
Again. Okay, so I got Sergeant Major.
Yeah, and you're up to Sergeant Major now. And then you get to make another roll on the promotion table.
All right.
Where's the promotions table? Out of curiosity.
Nice.
Page 71. Ooh, that's a
Still, I mean, it's not a critical
it's
success.
still,
though. It's-
still a normal success, but yeah, you're up to warrant officer class, first class now, and you can make the same advances again as NCO.
And now we see if I get promoted to an officer.
Um,
Is that the way it goes? I think you keep rolling on it till you fail.
yeah, you can. Well, yeah, you can roll on it again.
You end up.
Yeah.
You end up out like being high ranked like McCarthy was or something ridiculous. Like, how are you a 14-star general? That doesn't exist. No, I just kept rolling well.
good.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? I just kept doing it. All right.
Okay. What's our tactical plan then?
Nope.
We shoot
Okay,
at-
so I stay at a warrant officer.
That's a critical failure as well.
Do I get one
You were
reroll? Reroll on
wounded.
that?
Do you want to re-roll that?
Is someone gonna wait? Let's see.
Is
Reroll people.
anyone gonna give him a re-roll? Otherwise, he'll be wounded in the
Oh
course
no!
of his
So-
duties.
Not shot in the
Yeah, right.
knee.
You roll your intelligence plus your power, and then try and roll under it.
No, it's intelligence plus your power divided by 2, and then roll under that.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Otherwise, you'd
Anybody
always
trying to
succeed.
save me? No. Okay.
No.
There you
I'm
go.
All right.
It's not necessarily terribly bad though. Roll a d6, d10. Sorry.
Oh, you were teaching your students about firearm safety.
Well,
and-
this could well be after war actually started.
Oh,
because
of
that's,
course, yeah.
like,
we're
well
midway through.
into
Yeah.
Aaron's
All right, lose
character's career.
5 strength.
Yep, you lose 5 strength.
Oh dear.
That's
Unfortunately,
It's 1942
Oh,
or 3, isn't it? Lewis,
42.
that we're in.
yeah, 42.
Ah, yes.
July 42 at the moment.
Okay.
all right.
And yeah, you begin play at your current rank. There you go. So you ended up warrant officer first class. Roger, do you want to roll for your promotion?
Sorry, I'm still doing my skills at the moment.
Oh, it's okay.
I was just curious as to how it worked.
I could go through my exciting skills if anyone wants to
But
fill some airtime.
well, probably towards the end, then give a recap of your characters once we've
I
got past that.
see.
Is there anyone else who needs to do anything military-wise before we continue on? No.
Personal points you said could be spent on anything, or
It's just our interest. So could
Just
we
they're your general interest areas.
so
Yeah.
could we boost the stuff we already have skills in? Or with that, because my occult is 45 at the moment. So I imagine I
Yeah,
should
you could
probably
boost that.
just put up a
if you
little
want.
bit.
Yeah,
operate
sure.
heavy machinery. Oh, that'll come in handy.
But it's our interest, isn't it? So theoretically, it could be something that's completely unrelated to the previous thing. Like,
That's
I just
the point. That's why they
all
give.
this-
That's sort of like it. It.
look. I'm
gives
just
you
really
other
into
areas.
accounting. Okay,
Yeah.
don't be weird. Yeah.
I had a Cthulhu character who was really into accounting. That went badly.
What do you mean divide by 0? You can't. Yes, you can. Ah!
Instant sand loss.
Yeah, that seems like if someone shows you how to divide by 0 successfully, then your mind just melts down.
Does not compute.
Eyes start bleeding.
Yeah, the usual. Okay, cool. Oh, look, psychoanalysis. I could go into the same trade as my uncle.
Very old uncle, wouldn't it?
Old Uncle Albrecht, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was an undetermined period of time, so who knows
Yeah,
how
of
old
course.
the
Yeah, that's true.
uncle was.
Okay, so the personal points are intelligence ×2.
Yes.
Do I spend those before or after the promotion thing?
You can spend them before or after, whichever you'd prefer.
Yeah, I
Do you
should
want
put points
us
into
to
swim.
do your promotions first, and then you can do it.
Yeah, whenever you're ready for
Yep,
me.
sure. So roll against your intelligence plus power divided by 2. And we'll see how your career is going.
I really want to put something in library use,
Yes,
but
you
I'm
pass.
not going to.
Yeah.
So
So you're
tempting, isn't it?
promoted to lieutenant, and
What does that mean?
you get to roll again on your officer skills. So what you rolled when you got your initial rank,
Okie doke.
back on page 69 under officer, you can roll those again.
Cool. Do I?
So
Shall I
improve
save that until afterwards?
Yeah, because now you can make another promotion roll. Basically, you can keep rolling till you run out of ranks or you fail.
So I'll just make a tally. So that's another pass.
Yeah. So now you're a captain.
Pass.
Seems like you're probably a major. Yeah, that's a good rank to have to be in charge of.
Pass. Just.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, again.
Colonel, full Colonel.
This seems a bit odd.
Yeah, if you get to Brigadier, you can also stop if you
I
want.
pass again.
You're a Brigadier now. It's getting
Now
a bit...
Prime Minister of the country.
And again.
Major General.
How high does it go,
And
Lewis,
again.
in the game? Because that, like,
This
I
is getting a bit
basically
dark now.
I would say, well, maybe
Let's
we'll let
put a
you
limit on
roll
that. 'Cause
all the increases, but we'll cap you at
yeah,
sort
cap
of
me at, like,
round
major or
Colonel.
something.
well,
thing.
Yeah, or
presumably
major,
the game has a stop point. It can't just be like, no,
Yeah, I was
you're
gonna say.
you're a front general, you're a field
Well,
marshal.
All right, yeah.
It
So I'll
depends
roll
on
them
what-
until I fail, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with just being like a major because
Yeah,
make
I
any
think
sense
that's
for me to
probably-
be like 5-star general.
Wait,
That's another one.
I
can you
could
play
be
as like
leading the North Africa campaign, but I'm out here fighting the Mythos. That's
There
where
we
the
go.
real
I
fight
failed
is.
on that one. I rolled
Well-
an 84. I had to get below a 72.
So we'll say you're
Major.
a major. Yeah, that seems about fair.
It just seems silly to be like a. Out of curiosity, what
Staff
would 9
sergeant.
promotions have made me?
You'd have been at general by then, so there's
What
not really
a way.
much else. You
No wonder the
A
North African
26-year-old
campaigns.
general.
Well, no,
I
no,
imagine by that point, yeah, you've got to adapt your age to.
Oh yeah, like
Well,
by
and
25,
also-
30 years.
also no wonder the campaign was going badly. If it's like, yep, generals need to be on the front line doing covert stuff against the Cthulhu mythos.
It's what they've been training for.
Exactly. Yeah.
So where do I put my rank?
I just put it up under my name.
Yeah, I think you're better off putting it in personal description on the backstory or in your name. Or I suppose you could put it in organization. Put Major British Army,
Okay,
something like that.
that's cool. Right, so I need to go back and find officer and roll a bunch of dice.
Yeah, roll a bunch of times. See, you've gone from I'll pick officer because he's incompetent in tactics or whatever to you're going to be the most competent officer of all time. And that's why they decided to pit you against the Mythos.
I mean, I suppose that makes more sense. This guy knows well. I should
We
call him
actually
Sharp
only
with a
have
roll like-
one person for the job.
I mean, with the rolls like that, I should call myself Major Sharp. I'll just get shot in the leg a lot.
Right. After that,
Very good at fast talking. I have 85. And I have a 50 in disguise, or 55, I should say.
you can also all either roll against the Mythos encounters table on page 52, or you could choose one of them if you think there's specifically one that would fit your character.
I'm gonna roll because that's just a fun table to roll on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a fun table, and then it leads you to more fun tables.
Oh yeah.
That accounting character would come really good. Tables, yes. This is what I was after all along. Oh, I just realized why I can't see half my book. Because half the book is not... I'm only looking at one page at a time. So I was wondering how I was skipping pages. Is there a way to make it bigger? How do I do that? Oh, wait, no, there's a slider at the bottom. I'm not the brightest. That's where all my stuff went.
I wasn't going to say it.
Guys, I'm missing pages in the PDF.
Yeah, we gave you a special PDF. Very
Yeah.
special.
So my
so what did you
Mythos
get,
was
Aaron?
ended up happening right after I got in the military. It was a lonely outpost with some research nutcases beavering away inside, and it was just my luck to be sitting it out, watching over them through the wind and the rain until they were done. Headquarters never said how long that would be, which made you worried that this is one of those missions. They never told you to watch what came out of the lab, though, and you and Jones were the only ones to make it out alive, although now Jones is a mental wreck. What came out of that lab? Where is Jones now? What was the last thing he said before they took him away? All good
Nice.
questions.
Sure, and then give us answers to.
So
What was the
I
last thing he
believe,
said?
I
Bugger.
believe that Warrant Officer First Class Busby Pike was there with Jones down in that lab with another, with another squad of British soldiers watching these scientists. And they were fiddling with some stone gateway, and they had some, machinery plugged up to it. And then the light started flickering. And then something with too many eyes and too many mouths came screeching out of the darkness and tore through those scientists and the rest of the squad. I tried to get in front of Jonesy, and that's when I was injured in the line of duty. I never quite recovered my strength from that blow. But Jonesy, he was okay. But while I was on top of him, pushing him out of the way, he saw right into that thing's eyes. And he just kept screaming and screaming. It's the cold webs in the darkness. They're coming for us. The cold webs in the darkness. The scientists who came and took Jonesy and I out of there, they said Jonesy was going to be okay, and they were taking him back to the field hospital. But when I got back there to get sewed up, nobody had ever heard of Jonesy. Nobody in my unit admitted to knowing who the Jonesy had even ever existed. I don't know where Jonesy is right now, but I remember him screaming about those dark, cold webs in the night.
That is definitely suitably Mythos.
How do I change my stats? Because I just realized I need to add like 5+ power for my inner strength spiritualism thing, but I can't.
You should just be able to. I think I can guess which one you are. Do you want me to do
How
it?
could you guess who I am? Yes, please.
Oh, if it's basically the same if you unlock. Oh no.
Oh, can I? Right. Yep, I follow. I didn't see the unlock thing. Okay, thank you. I can just fix my stuff
apparently,
now.
well, it won't change it.
No, it's changed it for me.
Did it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay then.
It's unlocked on my end. I just didn't know how to unlock it. It doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
change things crazily.
Okay, perfect. Who wants to roll on the how did I get into all this?
Where's that table?
Next.
That sounds like fun.
Page 52, I think. Yeah, 52. So there's a D6 table, and that will lead you on to another table.
Also, just roll a d6, yeah?
Yeah.
One.
So that's on the it's this thing you had or still have table, which is table 7 on the page next to it. And then you can roll a d10.
4.
Feel free to read it out.
It's been given to every third child since anyone can remember. Ready for, well, apparently you'll know when it happens. Why is the third child so important? What peculiar shape does the thing take? And what does it do? And what do you think it does? So I've got a thing that I'll know what to use, when to use it, apparently.
So what do you reckon it is? Or what does it look like? Is it like a stone slab? Is it a piece of jewelry? Is it a very old looking rusty knife?
It's a stone with a rune carved into it, an Aboriginal rune.
Yeah. And what does your character think it does?
Brings him luck.
Yeah. Okay.
Apparently, how he became general by 26.
They were like, that's too much. We're gonna knock you back down to major, but just when you're old enough, you can be general automatically.
Well, yeah. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? He has the same name as an actual general. So they just for a day or two he was in the office like, I don't think I'm meant to be here. No, you're definitely Smith. Last name Smith. Yeah, you're supposed to be here.
Oh, you're here for the new uniform, aren't you? Yes. Okay, who's up next? Go on, Odin. You're looking coy, even though you really want to roll on the table. We all know it.
Well, I kind of do, and I kind of don't.
If you've got an idea, you can go with it.
Well, I have an idea that as when Heinrich was very young, his uncle Albrecht would visit from England, where he went for the weather. And he would tell him what fairy tales, folk tales from the old English country. And they would obviously terrify the young Heinrich, who was very sensitive. But then once the Germans came and they overran Austria, and all of Heinrich's comfort and his nice house and everything was stripped away, and he found himself on the streets, he would see things in the shadows that felt and sounded like Uncle Albrecht's stories. And sometimes he would chase after these figures, and then he would be in the shadows and there would be nothing. And this has led him to chase up and to investigate the mysteries of the people who are not there.
Interesting. And last but not least,
What
our
page is the?
spiritualist magician, page 52.
Oh, I'm on that page. Okay. So
It's table 6, I think.
Ah, okay. So I'll roll. I'll roll. Seems like fun. 1. It's this thing you had or still have. Okay, and it's table 7. Oh, okay.
Other
it's just
part of that stone.
Okay, and now roll a.
Yeah, roll a d10. If you get a 4, it has to be that other part of the stone. There'll be a bit in the mission where you're like, oh, I've also got a stone. Like, wait a minute, these seem to fit together.
Do you want me
No, don't put them together.
What's the worst that can happen?
One says "ka" and the other one says "boom." I wonder what happens when you put them together. I can re-roll if you'd prefer. Just so we have a bit.
You can re-roll it, you can keep it, or you can choose to. Well, you can choose to have a different object than Roger. You don't have to.
I'll re-roll.
I just thought it was funny.
Oh,
No,
pretty
it is.
funny.
oh, it's brilliant.
8. Okay, that is okay, so I'll read thing. The map was in the book of children's tales your mother read to you at night. She would talk about wondrous distant lands and point them out on the map. Her eyes, as she described these far-off vistas, always made you sad, but it seemed to make her happier telling those tales, so you listened and remembered. When she died, you vowed to find this land, but every time you tried to look at the map on your own, the details seemed to shift and move. One day you'll figure out the mystery. What might you need to read the map? Why did she describe the place with such sadness? What might it cost you to travel to this place? Oh, that's a hard one.
Well, you could have had a magical stone, but you decided.
Yeah. I know. I wanted to.
Oh, that's a good one as well. So, what do you reckon?
I'm trying to think. I was about to say, is that where the Cthulhu's live? But I realized that probably wouldn't make you want to visit. You know, that probably seems like a not nice place. So, I'm trying to think.
In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, isn't
it? That's why it keeps shifting. It's just water. No. I don't know. Oh, and I'm the last person, so I can't pass and think about it. Oh no.
You can pass and think about it. We can.
I think I'll have a
look at.
Yeah, I'll think of just a wee think.
What I'll say we'll do now is, as the other aspect of pulp heroes in Call of Cthulhu, you each get 2 pulp talents from the pulp book based on your archetype usually, but I'll let you pick them based on your core statistic.
I have totally read this book.
Oh, I didn't pick my core statistic. I just realized that. I never
Which one's your core statistic? There we go. We'll start with that. Now. Pick one whilst you're thinking about how you ended up with this map. Well, what this map is.
I think I'll make it intelligence because that's a 7. Oh wait, no. If I do that, then that changes my points. Yeah, I'll just do intelligence. So what was the roll again? Sorry.
Oh,
core stat.
1d6 plus 13 times 5.
Put the brackets in the right place this time.
I don't do brackets. That's probably why it was going wrong.
Leave off the times 5 and do that after.
Yeah, just do 1d6
plus
times 13. Plus 13. Yes, sorry, plus 13, and then times that by 5.
So 16.
Where you are, Lewis.
It is actually.
So 16 times.
Are you sure that's T?
Who knows? I have an entire flask worth of mystery fluids.
So I went up by 10 points. There we go. So I'm
Woo!
now up to 80.
There you go.
Actually, pretty good.
So then from page 24 in the Pulp Cthulhu book, you should be able to find physical talents, mental talents, combat talents, and miscellaneous talents. And then
Miscellaneous
you
talents,
can.
that sounds fun.
So is that in addition to the one we get? I get as a commando, or is that?
Yep. Yeah, that's in addition. These are a little bit
Pulpy.
even better. Yeah. Actually, I will say, because you will get a bonus from the Achtung Cthulhu book for your professions. Maybe pick one instead of two.
Oh.
I mean, you're already all pretty
Yeah, nobody's
damn
seen my
tough.
name yet. So.
I could have an animal companion. It's not.
I'll get a rabbit.
I have no points in animal handling. Have an alsatian.
You have an animal companion, you just can't control it.
It just tries to eat my face at every opportunity.
It's like a horse or something, though. So it's like, why are you trying to eat my face? I can't be that bad.
Your sound's off, Aaron. Sorry.
You're on mute.
You're up.
So as soldiers during World War II, are we going to be risking sanity loss when we attack humans and see horrible, grievous wounds?
Yeah, if things are particularly gruesome, then you're probably going to take sanity tests. Yeah.
Then I took hardened as my talent, so I'll take no sanity loss from attacking humans or viewing horrific things or injuries. That is.
You're on Odin's team. Then you'll just both be standing there looking at it and going, "Well, no, seems
God,
all right
it's
to
all
me."
right.
Where do we put our talents?
Eyeballs are not meant to be hanging out like that. And the pair of you
I figure
just like,
after what he saw in that lab and all the things he's had to do, he's just like, nah, it's okay. It happens.
Sorry, Lewis. Where do we put talents?
There may not be a box available for it because that's something specific
In
to
backstory
Pulp
under
Cthulhu.
traits, maybe.
So
Yeah,
I would
traits.
put it
Yeah.
in backstory under traits. That seems like a good place for it. There you go.
Could have a psychic power.
What page is Pulp Cthulhu? What page on Pulp Cthulhu is all this stuff?
From page 24. On page 24, you'll find physical talents table, and then the pages after that are mental talents, other thingy talents,
Yep. I don't know what I'm gonna pick.
combat talents, and miscellaneous talents.
I'd like an iron liver, but that's just in real life.
Oh
Just
gosh!
drink more tea.
I just thought of something for the map, but it's really silly
God.
and it's nerdy.
Ah, God.
Go on.
So what if like it's a map to is anyone familiar with the continent Lemuria? So basically it was the belief that lemurs came from this special imaginary continent which wasn't real, because continental drift was not a considered real thing yet. So I just like the idea that she believes in this very strongly and she's sad because she's never going to be able to get there. So I'm just like, I gotta go there because mom said it was this really awesome place and there's a lot of water in the way, but I'm sure it's there. I just gotta find it. It's just too much water.
Oh.
And that's why it keeps shifting because it's not real.
So adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, the lemur
And it's
continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, continental drift was
Well,
not considered real.
it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a nerd. What can I say? I like putting nerdy stuff in my.
Whole concept of continental drift was rubbished for decades.
Yeah. They presumed that was the only way lemurs fossils could be in India, Madagascar, and the South Pacific was a big triangular continent linking the three. It has to be nothing else. So there's physical talents, and I just keep scrolling down. Oh, here they are, like combat, mental. Okay.
And then page under that is miscellaneous.
Yes.
I think that's all of them. There's only 4 tables, I think. You may be waiting a while for him to look up, Odin.
It's all right. I can wait.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
So, with that done,
Ancient and ridiculous continent of Lemuria.
Yeah, with Moo as
your
well.
characters are pretty much built. There's also some backstory and stuff, but I'll let you fill that in afterwards. Maybe we'll go around each player, give a rundown of your character name, what they're good at, what their background is, how they ended up in section M, maybe. And then I'll run through the briefing bit quickly, and then you can select equipment that you want to take with you and how you're planning on inserting yourself into the Tobruk area. And then we'll finish it off there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not too sure what to go with talents because I'm not really sure how all this stuff works in terms of like what different things do. Would sharp-witted be smart? I know it is smart because it gives me a bonus die when making intelligent rolls.
Look, sharp-witted, you get a bonus die. Yeah, so basically you'll get an extra tens die to roll, and then you pick the lowest because it's a bonus die.
Yeah.
So you stand a better chance of succeeding, and succeeding better.
Yeah, then I'm not wanting anything too complicated because I'm already struggling with the basics. So, okay. Right.
Yep.
That's me done. Sorry.
Okay. Roger, we're going to start with your character because.
Okay. So he is Major Walter Turner, born in Australia, signed up to the Australian Army in 1937. Transferred to the Commando Regiment when it was formed in 1941 for action in the North African campaign, and before being transferred to his Special Operations Unit. He is very, very good at fighting. He's very, very good with a submachine gun, pretty good with a handgun. He's very, very stealthy. Being from more arid parts of Australia, he's used to the kind of terrain that we're in. So he was been born and raised in it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very good at surviving in that area. Yeah. Also, through somehow, he's incredibly tactically minded, which was a bit of a shock.
That's useful.
So in his time in the armed forces, he's had parachute training, mountain warfare training. He's decent with the radio.
Also useful.
He's good at commanding people and dodging things. Because, when you've got to dodge venomous snakes and spiders and, I don't know, saltwater crocodiles, why not? Those two. And but he's also very good with first aid. He knows how to bandage someone up if they get hurt.
There you go. That's a person you need to protect if anyone gets the dying condition.
Yes.
Right. Next up, Odin. Tell us about
Hello.
your character.
Heinrich von Wagner, late of Austria, now exiled because of those pesky Nazis. As they're stomping about the place. So a resistance agent worked his way down through Europe and picked up skills in demolitions, espionage, fast talking, a little bit of first aid, languages, what else? A little bit of occult, but that's more like family background.
That's actually a question. What languages do you have?
German. Well, High German and Austrian, and no English.
None. Okay.
Well, If I was playing it hardcore, it says languages own, which would be Austrian.
Yeah.
And then languages any. That's currently a 1. So I have no idea what the rest of you are saying.
Okay.
Well, you probably know like some words, so like you just hear it's going bomb, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa! I know what that English word means. That's the bad one.
That's one I can do.
Tank.
I'm
Okay, that one I also know.
Finesse that in the interview.
Yeah. Okay. Has anyone got Italian, by the way? Because
Oh, that would be useful to have.
I do get another
or
language. I
Arabic,
just don't know what to
or
pick.
Bedouin,
or a language that is in the area that we're going to be
No.
working in.
German is also in the area that you're going to. But
Yeah, so this was the idea. Also very stealthy. So,
Yeah, I took German too, mainly because as the radio operator and comms guy, I was thinking I would need to be able to listen into German communications, but I could switch that to Italian or Arabic.
No, it's okay. It adds an extra layer to it. You'll have to avoid the Italian contingent as much as possible.
that's very difficult with the chickens on their heads.
Odin, what else defines Heinrich?
Basically the blowing up of things and the being sneaky. And being able to talk his way out of
useful
places.
Things to have in a war.
Pretty much.
Okay. Next up, Aaron.
So Warrant Officer First Class Busby Pike was born in Chicago, Illinois. Immigrated to Great Britain with his parents when he was about 13 years old because they were part of the diplomatic corps. As soon as things kicked off in Europe, he joined the British Army and had a few mishaps, but ended up completing training as part of the Phantom Corps within the SAS. He's a good cryptographer. He's very good at listening and spotting hidden things. He's got a very high perception and situational awareness about him. He's a strong German linguist, not an excellent fighter, but he's pretty good hand with a shotgun or a rifle. But don't put anything else in his hands because that's just going to go poorly for everyone. What else?
You have certain derivative stats, like if you have high rifle shotgun, I think you halve it for handguns and
well, then he's not too bad. Yeah,
so
his shotgun and rifle's 82, so everything else is middling but not terrible. But he's functions, primarily as a cryptologist and radio operator for the team. Fair mechanical repair skills, but nothing to write home about.
Okay, and finally, Nye the Magician.
Yes. So the real name is Fergus Petrov, but his stage name is Presto the Magnificent, which I don't think is going to help me if we're getting bullets whizzing past us. But his backstory is that he was born in Scotland. His mother was a Russian immigrant, and with the thing with the map, so talking about Lemuria, he kind of got a lot of his spiritualism stuff from his mum, and kind of realized that it was a little bit bullshit, but I think there's a part of him that's also like, well, maybe it's real, but definitely it's bullshit when he's duping people, which he was doing until the war kicks off and he's like, oh, now I can dupe some more people, but gets recruited by the British because I think, I don't know, I like the idea that they were looking for a wizard or like someone who knows the occult, but they got a stage magician instead. And we're like, well, it's the same thing, isn't it? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, we'll just conscript you. Yes, no, I know all about the occult. In terms of skills, I actually have quite good occult. I have 85%. I'm fairly charming and persuasive and all those kinds of talky stuff. Everything else is not very good. Like I have a little bit in like firearms and stuff, but I'm not a soldier in any stretch of the word. So I'm definitely a support person for all the
Okay.
weird stuff that the Black Sun are doing. I also have,
Yeah.
I actually have pretty good disguise as well. I guess it could be something. And I think I only speak English, unless I want to do language any as Russian, but like I was never very good at learning the mother tongue. I was like, okay.
Okay. I'll run through the first bit of the briefing so that the people listening know what your mission is, and then we'll get you equipped and we'll get you ready to depart. And then we'll follow up next week with the first actual session. So Colonel Graham, who just barely by one rank outranks the major.
Still counts.
Yeah, still counts, fortunately.
You wear the badge.
Works his way around the school room that you're in and begins the briefing, basically following the same information you've already been given in your briefing packages. Local intelligence in and around Tobruk has confirmed a Black Sun presence in the area, arriving shortly after the town was captured in June 1942. Combined with intercepted communiques, reconnaissance flight photos, and copied work manifests, there's reason to believe that the Black Sun are digging in an area to the southwest, some 20 miles outside of Tobruk, in an area known as Bir Dal. Confirmed intelligence photos also place Nachtwolfer-affiliated Hauptmann Friedrich Hell and Professor Alber in the area, suggesting that the two rival Nazi groups, the Black Sun and the Nachtwolfer, are in a race to uncover an object or location of significant power. Further intelligence confirms that the Black Sun has co-opted a platoon of SS soldiers who are posing as a Wehrmacht logistical corps work crew. And aside from that, you have very little information about what they're looking for. Colonel Graham ends his briefing pointing out that the Atlantean mission served to prove the seriousness of the Nazi occult threat, and Section Command would like to emphasize the importance of success and the effect it might have on the fortunes in the Western Desert. And as he does that, he also looks over to a single plaque on the wall, which just has an engraved F in it. You are G Team. So yeah, you're going to be entering Tobruk primarily. You've been given the coordinates of dead drops to contact a British intelligence operative in the area who is only known as H. And you've also been given free rein of how you want to infiltrate the area and what equipment you want to take. But Section Command has decided that this is a mission of utmost importance. So what are you thinking of taking gear-wise?
I won't go in my magician's outfit. That would be
Big
very
wizard hat and the cape.
with the big like black
There's a
top hat and the
pointy
cape.
hat.
Yeah. That would confuse them if you were if you were a Wehrmacht, soldier. Like, what the fuck am I looking at? Yeah. No, I'll kind of just follow the leads of the actual trained soldiers.
I was thinking of having a silent Sten machine gun.
Sure. I'm not really Like, unless you go for something outrageous, I'm not going to make you roll to procure it because, you know.
So bazooka
And given I'm an officer,
is
can
out
I
of
have a
question.
Webley as well?
Yeah.
The list.
Do you want to take a combat knife or bayonet or anything like that?
As much as I would love to fix a bayonet to a Sten gun, it would upset me too much on a historical point of view. But I'll take a combat knife.
You could keep a bayonet on you and just stab people with it.
Yeah,
They
I'll
work
take some
just
kind
as
of
well
knife.
without attaching them.
Or you could have a knife.
Yeah, but bayonet's a long knife.
Yeah, I want like a big Australian knife though.
So Lewis, so like
It's
a
not a
£4
knife.
gun is like out of the quest.
No.
Damn.
I mean, if you'd have said a 12-pounder, maybe no.
A rail cannon's off the table, then yeah.
Yeah.
Hovercraft.
I mean,
I want a hovercraft.
None of those are off the table for the Black Sun and the Nachtwolfer, but
no, don't
you're
say
not
that.
going to get them.
Oh dear. That's
Have a
disappointing.
Stroom Tiger, just like, oh, come on.
Oh crap.
Okay. I will not be taking a gun unless someone gives me a gun, and I'll be very, very unsure why they have made that decision.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know. I think
probably be given a handgun
that
at least,
Section M command will probably mandate that everyone has to at least be armed.
Well, what they'll say is they'll hand me like the Webley and be like, "This is for you if you're captured." Oh, yeah, that's all. That's all I want you to use this for. Gotcha. It's
If
just
all else fails, here you go.
Can I have
There's
cyanide?
one
No.
bullet in it.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I drop it, goes off. Okay, well,
I'm
no
gonna need
bullets in
another
it.
bullet. Sorry, I dropped it.
See, I'll just put like handgun or whatever.
Handgun or whatever. Yes, I'll have one of those too.
You could have something like 1911 or something.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because the Americans are in the war, so they would. Well, I guess we also would have bought them prior as well.
Annoyingly, when I'm trying to add a gun, it only gives me the option to have a handgun or rifle / shotgun on the character sheet. It doesn't have the option to have a submachine gun.
How do I add?
We'll have a look at that then afterwards. But just fill everything in, or maybe fill it in on. Wait, let's have a look. You just put it in gear and cash at the moment.
All right.
Just put it in, in there under items, and then we'll set things up for Foundry. I can go through it when we're offline and try and get everything connected up properly.
How do you add? Add weapon. There we go.
Flamethrower.
That's probably not very safe.
It also depends on how you're going to take on the mission. If you drop in with flamethrowers, they'll probably be quite apparent.
No, hang on. Who mentioned dropping in?
We could paddle in. I can use a boat.
Insertion has not been discussed yet.
Well,
I know that two of us are highly skilled in jumping out of a perfectly serviceable aeroplane. Two of us aren't.
There you go. So another part of the briefing, given the nature of the mission, your team's expertise, and the lack of further support once you're on the ground, infiltration is left up to your prerogative, though several options have been proposed by Section M Logistics. Air insertion, which is the most risky, but the quickest. They'll drop you in a patch of empty desert at night just outside of Tobruk. If you hit the landing correctly, there should be Bedouin tracks nearby, which will provide a path out of the desert. Sea insertion. A British commando section is on standby to provide a small-scale raid on the Tobruk port, timed to cover your insertion into the town.
There we go.
It's the most direct route to Tobruk, but also offers the highest risk. Insertion over land would be by linking up with a long-range desert group patrol closer to the front. You'll be provided with a vehicle and escorted past enemy lines, but the patrol is an alternative objective, and after that point, it will be up to you.
I mean,
those
it
are
is
options.
yeah.
If you
Yeah, I
can come
mean-
up with anything else that section N command deems acceptable, other than just walking up to the Germans and go, "Can I come in?"
Hello! I am also the Germans, and so are all of my friends. We're just going to come in and get some drinks. Is that okay?
It's. I was just about to say. I mean, I think we should go with air because I hear that the 88 guns are really shit, so it'll be fine. We'll just fly in. They'll miss us. It'll be all right.
Boom, boom.
Well, they're
I
really
love-
good at shooting
I
people.
love this beat. Oh yeah, it's so good.
Well, the flying in option is not just risky because of the potential
also
for
the
flak, but
falling
Malta
out
is
of a
still
plane.
mostly under siege at the moment, so
Oh,
you're going to
very
have to.
Oh
pass
yeah,
a gauntlet.
we're literally
gauntlet
going
of-
into an active war zone. Yeah, I just forgot that.
Yeah. I like the wet insertion. I need to call that
Right.
something else.
We need to also keep. We also need to keep Audin's character safe. No, this is he's Austrian. It's all right. Oh right, sorry.
I forgot
yeah.
to mention that at the start. This is a mature game played by immature players. But I'll definitely.
Oh, was that not on the disclaimer at the beginning?
No,
Oh,
I'm
was
sorry.
that
I
not
thought my magician was very mature.
I think he's talking about me now.
Oh, okay.
Can I have a helmet?
Yeah.
Oh, how cruel would that be, Rog, if they were like, no, you can't have a helmet.
Nope.
Why not? No.
Well, we only get
What are you
the
going to
old
use
Mark
it
One,
for?
Sorry,
Mark
don't
One
have
Brody.
a budget for that.
But it's
We don't
round, so
just
you
have
can throw it like a
helmets.
frisbee.
We don't have the budget
Yeah.
for that. And he just peeks behind and there's a storage room filled with helmets.
Full
in
of
In one
helmets.
helmet's just falling out of drawer cupboards. That's
I would like a
I was
big
gonna,
bag of
I
things
was
that
gonna say,
explode, please.
are you thinking a battle bowler or are you thinking a parachute helmet?
Unfortunately, the only helmets available to the British at this
British
point in
at that
time were the
point
Mark
is
One
the battle
Brodies.
bowler. Yeah.
The good British helmets don't appear until
Bit later.
44,
44.
pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Just before
Yeah,
D-Day,
pretty
I
much
believe.
with the invasion of Normandy.
Yeah. God, we're such nerds. And I say that knowing these things as
Yes.
well.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's fair enough though. I like one of the comments. 9 out of 10
Join
will
us
most likely be
next time
strapped
for-
together for the parachute thing.
How is that going to help?
It won't.
No. Then you'll have two parachutes. One of them will open.
I'm
Or
not
they both
convinced.
open.
Can I get?
Spin around.
Can I get like a German uniform to bring with me?
Yep. Yeah. Covert materials are also
Oh
available.
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, yeah, could
Like-
we
Section M is basically putting everything possible at your disposal because you're a 4-man team, so it's not like you're that hard to
And-
equip or
and-
costly.
it'll be one of those things where it's like this needs to work because we've blown it so many times before and they're getting a bit upset with the money going down the drain. We swear this is a good idea. Okay, just give us some time.
You also haven't seen the hall with the plaques for Team A.
Through
Yeah.
to
Well, and that,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like we did. I feel like on the way into the
Well,
briefing, we passed
and
that
what's-
hall.
what's-
Every few meters.
Why
what's
are there
disconcerting-
letters? And why is there
Well-
another space?
And what's also disconcerting is they have like the team portraits, and A starts off with like 40 people, and then B is like 30, C is like 20, and then you get to us, it's 4. It's
And
like
they're all different. It's
Oh, yeah,
40
yeah, of
people
course,
and then
yeah.
20 completely different people.
There's no overlap at all. I would like a whole big bag of like standard charges and tire busters and just things that go boom. Pocket incendiaries.
Okay.
The
You're
whole-
also going to have to lug that about and
Yeah, I'm sure one of the strapping military fellows will help out and try not to fall over.
Hmm.
Or
They-
maybe we
um,
get a mule. I don't know.
I don't
Barblag has also pointed out that there was probably a team 1 through 9 before they got to A.
He's
Thanks,
not wrong.
Black.
I'm trying
Thanks.
to- I don't actually know what I'll need. I have my handgun, which I'm probably only going to use in the
Do not
worst
need
scenario.
that.
Uh,
Do not
I
Aaron,
need
think
that.
what
Warrant
if-
Officer Pike would
Laura-
probably be carrying some covert equipment, the Minox Riga sub miniature camera, key copying kit, and a Paraset Mark 7 transceiver. But for weaponry, other than his helmet, he would have the M12 shotgun as his primary old crap weapon, and then a 1911 handgun at his side, and then a Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife for up close and personal.
Oh, that's great. It's a team of
Yes.
two highly trained military men and Laurel and Hardy.
But which one is which?
Okay.
Mm.
What's the major carrying, Roger?
What weaponry wise?
Yeah.
Silent Sten gun and a Webley revolver and a big frigging fighting knife. Big old Australian kind of machete. type.
Australian. Okay. Something like an Australian version of a smatchet, then. So like big, massive cutting.
Yeah, big old knife.
Lovely. That's nice.
I don't know what I need to take outside the gun. I'm all for suggestions. What would I need? Like, I think taking a uniform would be good. Oh wait, no, they're going to be speaking German. Just realized that it's going to be a problem. Hello there, fellow. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Wait, no, you guys aren't.
I
speaking
can
English.
teach you maybe a few phrases. Yeah.
I mean,
it's-
can we have
I'm-
something like a shamar to kind of cover over the head and that kind of thing?
Yeah, you could also, you have a fair few opportunities because obviously there's it's an Italian colony, so you could be Italian, potentially be Italian inhabitants of the area.
But wouldn't
There's also then the local Arabic and Bedouin population.
Yeah.
But
I
wouldn't
can
when an
speak
Italian
Arabic, so-
soldier walks over and they're like, "Oh, look, it's a fellow Italian."
I can speak Arabic, so if I could have like a robe and a shamar type thing to basically go over my uniform, so I can get around a bit easier before donning the
No,
helmet,
you
pulling out the
said
guns.
you said your character speaks German, right? I mean, that's
Mm.
so maybe I'll switch from German to Italian, and then we'll at least have covering
There you
most
go.
of
Now
our
you've-
bases. That
You've gone from only one of the languages to three.
So
so-
most of them. Yeah, it's very simple.
Look through the. Having a look through. So I've got my weapon.
Yeah. So, any ideas on how you want to insert yourself into the area?
I think we're gonna have to
I
go
can use boats.
By boat.
boat, probably. I mean, but it's
boats,
risky.
safest.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm assuming that means we're going to be rolling against stealth or fieldcraft to successfully infiltrate during this. While they're
Yeah.
doing a distraction for us.
You're going to be brought closer, as close as possible, by a detachment of the British Navy, probably at night. That they're going to pretty much drop you off whilst moving as well, because they can't be seen to be approaching the area,
Yeah.
stopping, dropping. So they'll be patrolling
Drop.
past, and you and a small commando section will infiltrate. The commando section will perform a highly visible raid. Okay, they're going to try and take out some ammunition or fuel dumps and then retreat back. And that should give you sufficient cover to move into Tobruk.
Hmm.
Now, are we going in as a small boat operation, or are we swimming in?
You're gonna be paddling in, I believe.
Oh, I'm going to need
most
some
likely
sort
be
of
the-
rubber ducky then, because I'm not so good on the swimming.
Yeah, swimming, that would be rough with that amount of gear. I would, if that's the route, then we might want to choose
think
overland and go
two
from
two-man
Alexandria.
boats
Oh, okay.
also a
like
possibility.
yeah,
Okay.
like a
So that you have a competent paddler in each boat, and then
You
you'll be
saying?
carrying one
You
of the civilian parts.
I feel judged.
Well, I mean,
Accurately,
or we could
but-
just have like one of the smaller sort of rubber dinghies that they use,
Yeah,
which would
sure.
be all of us in one.
Yeah. Then we could just knife it and knife it
Knife
when
it
we
and
get
bury
there
it.
and dispose of it. Yeah.
Knife it, rocks at it.
Yep.
Jump them.
Yep. Okay, I
Okay.
like that. Well, I mean, my field craft is, behind the scene, looking behind the curtain, my field craft is 84, so I'm pretty comfortable sneaking around. Is everybody
if I had
else
to
good
rate
with the
my
stealth
field
option?
craft on a scale of 1 to 100, I'd say I'm a solid 95.
Okay, all right, so we'll be okay.
Yeah. If I had to give my
Small boat insertion. I love it.
Yep. Okay then. So that's the plan.
just for my own like safety, I guess. Everyone's not good at a cult, right? So
It
I
makes
have a
sense.
You're
one.
the only. Yeah. You're the
I'm
only.
a
solid
it
five.
makes-
bit good.
it
I'm a
makes
bit
sense
good,
to be bringing
so
me. I have
Does
85 in it.
anyone,
55.
before we round everything off, does anyone want to spend any sanity to increase mythos?
I use the pulp perk to gain 10 in my Cthulhu Mythos to start off with.
No, I think old Warrant Officer Busby Pike knows that stuff is out there after what happened to him and Jonesy, but he doesn't want to
Trying not to
know
think
anything
about
about it. He's like, I see nothing, I hear nothing.
I'm kind of
Change
picturing
my last name to Schultz.
Major Turner hasn't really seen much of this, but he's been told it's a thing.
Yeah.
But he's here for his combat expertise to help the people that do know what's going on get in and get out.
Yeah, I'm
kind of
here to
more
help,
He's
find
the
the
escort,
secrets,
not the doer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's why Pike's appearance is so low from that encounter. I think it can't, that whatever hit him, that clawed tentacle raked across his face. He's got like a cauliflower left ear, and then just these horrible scars that go from and he's shaved his head bald because the scars start like at the top of his head, and just basically the whole left side of his face is just a mass of scar tissue, and it's pulled the left side of his mouth up, so he's always sneering at people.
This seems like the exact kind of person you want to stealthily infiltrate.
No, you're going to make a terrible spy.
I'm not a spy. I'm just that guy who moves quietly, gets in, puts a knife in somebody's back.
I was about to say, his argument would be,
Okay.
well, you'll be easily recognizable. Oh, don't worry, the people that see my face, they don't last long.
Yeah. If no one's alive, no one can recognize me.
That's right.
Oh, well, yeah, it can't fault
Okay.
your logic, I suppose.
Well, I think we have the team ready, the insertion method
yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
You're
I've got my
equipped.
gun.
Yeah,
I've
Nye,
got a
you can
big
pick up some other stuff.
bag of explosives.
Maybe discuss in chat if you want anything else.
Okay.
And then throw it into your items lists.
Yep.
And then
Shopping!
next week, the team is going to insert into Tobruk to find out just what the Black Sun is up to out by Beer Doir.
Dun, dun,
Dol. There you go. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this character creation. I think we had a lot of fun. I hope it was fun watching us. There were a lot of math bits and people calculating stuff, which is maybe
not the best, Sally.
not what you want to see. But then we did also have some conversations about magicians and
Lemuria.
non-existent continents. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
I know what
Which,
you're talking about. Everyone knows Lemuria.
which is that's the weird thing. It's all real. I didn't even pull any of this out of my arse. It's all actually real stuff. That's what's insane.
And again, just a reminder, I apologize to any Australians watching for the accent that will be coming.
We apologize to everyone beforehand for any of that.
I apologize for my crappy American accent.
There you go.
It just sounds fake, Aaron. I mean, come on.
I know. That's you
should
go
hear him
to
when-
the Northeast, and they'll be like, "Nah, he's one of those crazy Southern Midwest boys."
whenever the cameras go off, he's just it's the deepest Welsh accent I've ever heard.
I know. Nobody would guess.
Yeah.
Broadcasting from Swansea, just pretending you're somewhere else.
Anyway, before we finish up, what else is on Garblag this week? I believe there's something on North America tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, North American time is going to be 9:00 Central Standard Time. We will be jumping back into Blades in the Dark, where our crew of shadows will be attempting to successfully complete their first heist.
Very nice. And then Thursday in European and British time is Alien still, I think.
I think so. The Frontier War. Am I
Yep,
right
the
with
Frontier
that?
Yes,
War.
Aliens
Yeah.
Frontier War.
Okay.
And
And
then after that, is it Blades in the
Friday,
Dark?
yeah,
US time
after
on
that is
Thursday?
Blades in the Dark. Friday is
Hot
Vampire
Vampire the
Summer.
Masquerades, Hot Vampire Summer.
Which
And
is
that's
a
us.
Sabat game
Yeah.
where Nye and I are goths.
Oh yeah.
No, are we grunge or goth? I can't remember.
We're vampires.
We're
Ah!
vampires.
Definitely vampires.
And Nye is playing the world's friendliest animal-loving vampire.
That
Wait until he
sounds
plays the
like
world's
fun.
friendliest World War II fighting, mythos
You
busting.
just wait till the raccoons
magician,
in top
so-
hats come out to play.
Oh, it's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen.
And
Can't
then
wait.
And
on
so, yeah,
Mondays,
if you've missed these things, don't forget to check them all out on YouTube.
yeah,
They
definitely.
all go up on there, and there's also a lot on the Garblag podcasts.
Indeed. And then we'll be back around next week, Wednesday, because I know roughly that there's spectaculars and Coriolis, but not sure which days. I think Monday's
Spectaculars is
spectaculars.
on Monday.
Monday is
and
Spectaculars.
Coriolis is
Spectaculars
on
Monday,
Tuesdays.
UK.
Followed by
Spectaculars US Tuesday
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah.
And then before we finish, because Pete keeps telling me I have to and I keep forgetting or chickening out, you can also join me and Sofino over on So Much Game on Monday evenings for Worlds Without Numbers. And that's probably it for next week. In a few weeks' time, we'll be playing Wrath and Glory again, and I'll probably rope Nye into the next part of our
that-
Battle of Kursk
slash history
Hex and
history
counter
lesson. Yeah.
warfare slash I'm seemingly doing a lot of World War II history broadcasting at the moment. But anyway, join
We
me
need
over
the new
there
Garblag history
for
show.
some fun as well, and definitely join Garblag all of next week, and definitely on Wednesday for session 1